everyone. Welcome to a PCP episode. That's the Pro Crastinators podcast for the layman out there. I am the best guy ever. And, boo! Gotcha.
Layman, more like
Halloween.
layman. Wow.
That's Ben Saint, always
wow,
with the
guys.
hurtful feelings.
I just brought a hot take to the table, and it is a sizzling on the griddle.
We've got, hopefully to win, Hippocrit.
Let me tell you the story of me old bones.
Wait, was that bone singular or
I
bones
forget.
plural?
No, you've distracted me. Now I can't remember my story.
Shit. Well, sorry about that.
Where did they come
Lethal
from?
Aurora Mage.
Am I
is
a
here.
demon or am I Metaton EX?
Are we human or
Is
are
that
we
up for debate?
dancers?
And we've got Munchie.
Layman, more like low main, I say, preparing my dish to serve.
Well, happy Halloween season, everybody.
I forget who said it, but we have a commenter who said last
Yeah.
episode, can there be a single episode where Ben doesn't mention his diet? And so far, no.
Why would you want that, idiot?
Yeah, Ben's a man of and for exclusively his
One
diet.
talk.
So
Commenter,
it's his only thing.
fight me. That's
well,
censoring.
all right.
You're trying to censor my very being.
That's true. We should talk about our costumes that we're all wearing.
No,
'Cause
it's a
time.
Halloween close enough
Ah.
episode.
Yeah, we're all wearing them, as you can see on screen in front of you right now.
Oh my
great.
god.
Yeah.
I
I'm
have...
wearing- Yeah, what do you got, Munchie? What do you got?
I have a creamsicle-colored onesie. It is a footed pajama onesie. It is creamsicle-colored. It's a very pleasant yellow. And then I have moose antlers, and I am moose.
He is a moose. Okay. No, most moose aren't creamsicle colored. What's going on there?
I know the story.
Nate, I think you better stop saying things like that before I encase you in stone again, and you won't be
Okay.
able to get out because it will be so thick,
I'm-
and you won't have any tools with you.
That's true. I might be able to get out in my dreams because I'm Freddy Krueger, guys. Ha! Look at my fingers. Ho ho! I'll cut you
No.
in the dream world.
Dude, I saw
where
that.
you are right now.
I saw
you are all my pawns.
Freddy escapes to New York 2 the other day
yeah?
for the first time, and he's like, I'm fuck you, and it was like, yeah, it's exactly like Rick and
Like
Morty.
me.
I haven't seen a single 80s movie, let alone that 80s movie.
I've been on a big horror movie bender. Because I just got into finally some tiny bit. I was saying this the other day of Cinemassacre shit. I was watching all this monster movie shit, and I watched just yesterday. I watched The Exorcist. I didn't finish, but I was watching fucking Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, having a great time. Oh, I absolutely love it. And Freddy is Keno. Is all I have to say about that. Ben, what are you wearing today?
Oh, shit. Damn. I guess the world's my oyster. I guess I can just say anything I want, and just whoever's
That's
editing
true.
this episode is just gonna have to go with it.
Just
aren't
put
they?
you in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
box, in a cardboard box.
I am.
A cardboard box.
Oh no! I was about to say that I'm Kirito from Sword Art Online because that would be really funny.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it and I realized that like people
That
of my
isn't funny.
people of my age and stature actually do things like that, and unironically,
Ben,
So-
I met a Kirito cosplayer not too long ago, and by not
Yeah?
too long
What was
ago,
he
I mean
doing?
like
Just living his life
like
as a
3 years
Kirito
ago.
cosplayer?
No, on Halloween there was a Kirito
Oh.
cosplayer 3 years ago, and he was walking around the library, and I walked up to him and said, "Hey, is that Sword Art Online?" And he said, "Yeah," and I was like, huh, "Okay," and then I walked away.
You were like, you know, did you,
Sick.
bro? I love him. That was you.
I went to a comic expo yesterday. It was called MICE, Massachusetts Independent Comics
heard
Expo.
about that. Yeah.
And
Okay.
did not check who was gonna be there. Turned out I met Casey.
Turns out Goebbels.
I
was there.
met Casey Green and Abby Howard, who was
You met
like,
Casey Green?
Yeah, Casey Green was there. I shook his hand.
Shit, I forget what he made. I remember the name.
He made the Anime Club and the Gun
Anime
Show.
Club.
The
Yeah.
Anime Club.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Dude,
and he
no
makes
kidding.
Fucking, what's
no
it called?
kidding. He had a
that's nuts.
He had a portfolio there with originals from Anime Club. He was selling like the original pages of Anime Club.
Did you
with,
get
like,
any?
You could see the blue pencil, like, you know, sketches and the ink layer over them. No, I didn't get any.
He makes Fat Boy comic, right? That's the one he's doing now. You know
I'm
what
not
talking
sure.
about?
I know he did like
God damn it.
He's a Good Boy and Nut and what?
I like it.
I don't
like
know
it.
about Fat Boy. I haven't heard that
Well,
one.
God damn it, isn't he's the guy who makes the comic about? Isn't it just about him as like a character who's like the most reprehensible fat little butterball?
No,
No,
that's
you're
Womp. That's Womp.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you're thinking
I'm sorry,
of
Casey
Ronnie-
Green. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Ronnie
Yeah.
Filnya, from Womp, I think is his name. Ronnie
yeah, that's the
Filya,
one.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Okay, well, I love
Yeah.
Gun Show anyway, so no
Yeah.
no insult intended here.
Yeah. What was I talking about?
Your costume.
I think
people?
the only
Mice.
reason I was bringing up MICE, which is the
Yeah.
acronym, was that I actually saw a guy in some kind of cosplay. There was like, I think as I was walking in, there was a guy and a girl, I think, sitting on a bench.
Mm-hmm. Human Centipede cosplay.
And like, the girl was kind of cute, but they were both too fucking old for this shit. And like the girl was in like Wonder Woman cosplay, and the guy was in. I couldn't identify what it was, but it looked like some kind of anime shit. And
Okay.
I was like, ugh, I shuddered as I walked by.
Oh no.
And I gotta say, the
how
whole
dare they.
experience was not. I didn't like it. I did not like going in there as a customer. It felt bad. It felt predatory. It felt like I was a sheep walking into a den of lions.
How so? How so?
Because I did not want to buy anything. And even if I had wanted to buy anything, it wouldn't have been enough. Because it was like every one that I made eye contact with, like, you know, obviously some of them were more aggressive than others.
Yeah.
But even the softest among them were still pitching in a sort of attempt to get me to buy something.
Oh, that's
And it was
exactly
like I
how it
was
was
just-
like at the county fair. It was just
It's like I was just inherently at odds with them, and they were like, I was immediately like, you know, even Casey Green, like he didn't like he didn't like put the heat on or anything. He didn't like
Yeah.
try and hard sell me his shit, but you know, even he was like, you know, clearly like wanted me to buy something. Because
Well,
that's
he's
why
there for
they're there.
business.
And I was
Yeah.
mad because I had wanted to sign up to be a tabler at this convention, and I think I could have probably done it if I had applied. It's just
Yeah.
that I didn't move, like I didn't live here in time.
Right, sure,
and when
sure.
I moved back to Massachusetts, it was too late. The deadline was already over. And I was there, and I was like, man, I would like this so much more being on the opposite side of this. Like I would like to be.
Yeah.
I would much rather be the lion. I think I might enjoy that in this scenario. I do not like being the sheep.
That's cool.
I understand what you mean. I felt that way a lot about the county fair. I think I talked about it in the PCB before, but it was just a whole cabal of like weird, bizarre, like conspiracy theory wallets that prevent radio waves from accessing your credit cards and overpriced hot tubs to install in your mansions. It was just
Hey,
a
this
whole
is-
range of shit that people are trying to
also-
force on you over and over and over again,
Al-
really
also,
aggressively, just constantly.
I felt socially. I felt like I was like just in like these like the people tabling were like in charge. They had all the social power. Like they were the
Sure.
artists, and everyone else was like the public. And I felt inherently denigrated by the scenario. I was like, I should be. Like, this is like such a humble event that I don't even know why I felt this way. But I was like, I should be on the other side of the table. Like I should be the one with the power. Like
You know, Ben, I think
people
most-
should respect me. I should not respect anyone.
I think most people there kind of wouldn't have that problem because you actually are a comic person, so you probably feel like that's just where you belong
Yeah.
inherently. Because
I did.
So.
I felt like
spooked.
nature had twisted around.
Why are you spooked?
I'm spooked by the idea of being on the other side of the table.
Oh,
Why?
Fair enough.
It's spooky. You have to stand there and smile and like get people to buy things. I do not have the confidence to get people to buy things.
Here's the thing. I would enjoy it because I would not care if anyone bought anything. I would not care at all whether someone like bought. I mean, obviously I would like it if they bought my shit. But I would not be there to be like, ooh, I hope I make some money by selling my wares. Like, I don't care.
It would be a good
I would
networking,
be there.
just fun. It'd be
So
fun.
I would be there so that people like Abby Howard and Casey Green would be like, ah, yes, this is my peer. That's my only goal. And you know what?
Sure.
I'd have
Sure.
I'd have accomplished it just by getting there. So I just have
Ben
a good
doesn't
time.
care about feeding his family. He cares about chasing that clout.
I feel
I
like
would
it's,
just have a
it-
good time and meet people, and it would be great.
It's a remote a romantic rung on the indie comic Cursus Honorum to be able to not only like publish your stuff in a real store like Ben has done as well, but also attend some sort of a small time convention. I feel like that's just a rite of
I've
passage
never-
and a
I've never
romantic ideal.
You know what? I've never tabled a convention. Everyone said like that's just what people do, but I've never done it, and it's weird. And this
Be a good
going to
I
this
don't think
thing
it's weird. I
and
think
being
it's
on
fun.
what I consider to be the wrong side of the equation
and history.
made me really want to do it, and also made me really want to get back to work and get my shit done.
Good.
So that I could show up, so that I could go to events like this and have more stuff to show and be like, yes, this is my stuff, idiot.
Put down the dwarf fortress, Ben, and pick up the pen already. Get back to it.
Yeah, you know me. Just
Ever since
dwarfing.
I've been a comic guy now,
You know me, Ben, a dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had thoughts of like, oh, wouldn't it be fucking sick if I made a little book of Beljape or whatever, and I had like little plushes of Punk, and I was like standing there, it's like, hey, you want it? It's yours, my friend. Like, just like goading people over
But you'll
to
have
it.
to find it first. As
Dude,
you
I think
scramble
Plump-
to hide it
I
on the
think-
other side of the convention
Plump.
hall.
I think Pump Plushes, fucking hell,
Pump Push.
Plushes would sell pretty well. They'd be cute as heck.
Yeah.
The
I
thing about
agree.
that is that, I mean, they'd have to be all handmade. Like
Yeah.
getting like a fucking setup to like mass produce plushes is like super hard
Yeah,
and
okay.
impossible. Or
Makes sense.
Speaking of plushes, I have something
Wait,
relevant.
Mage, for the love of God, I want to hear all about that, but we have not finished our goddamn Halloween costume introductions. Can we please
Okay.
just do, Ben, what the fuck are you wearing right now? Just tell me. Just tell me.
fine. I'm
Casey
dressed
Green.
as a
You're Casey Green. Look at you. I can
Yeah,
see you
I'm-
right
yeah,
now.
I'm Casey
I can see
Green,
you.
that's
I'm
right,
looking
yeah.
at you. There's
It's
no
just
reason
Ben
to
with
deny
the
it.
with the name tag.
Hey
It says
kids,
Casey
this is
Green.
Casey Green. I hope you all got your faces ready to sing a little tune here. Let's go!
Good.
Having
Thank
a
you.
baby, and the baby is you. Okay, anyway.
Gib, what are you wearing? What's your
Oh,
costume?
me! I'm a pirate skeleton. I was from Pirates of the Caribbean movie 1, and I was a dead guy. I still have my little piece of gold.
Good. Well, that's great.
I'm dead.
Shit. Who else is left? Munchie? Did we? No, we already did Munchie.
Mage.
Already done me.
Mage, right? Mage is Mage.
Yeah, mage is mage. I just put on an extra pair of wings, like little bat wings, to complete my evil demon look. And also opened my second pair of eyes, just for you guys.
Oh, we appreciate that. Well, okay. So thank God we've got those Wait a minute.
Dude,
Oh my God.
She's open not just
What's
on her-
happening?
What?
The
Oh,
Earth's rumbling, people.
God.
Oh, no.
Do you
Oh,
feel
no.
that?
Not this.
Ah!
Not
Not
again.
the
something's
earth
happening.
rumbling.
Not another calamity.
There's
I
a
could do
zombie.
with or
What the
without
hell
the
is
earth
that
rumbling.
thing?
Here
What
he
the
is.
fuck
God
is
help
that
us.
thing right there?
Oh God, help us all.
Could it be? Could it be?
I don't.
Is it him risen from the grave? I see an empty Max Revive on the ground. What's that next to it?
Oh God, he got
Max
into him. He got
Revive.
into the Max Revives.
Oh no!
It's all drained.
It's
It's
the
like a
PCP
vitamin
guy.
capsule.
No, that's not the PCP guy. That's the legally distinct PCP guy.
Legally
Hey.
distinct
back.
PCP
Yay.
guy.
And he's legal. Ugh, he realized
Well,
after
that's
3
really scary.
years.
Get him off the screen.
All right, he's back, everybody.
He
Happy
makes
Halloween.
me feel safe. He's so legally distinct that he's bulletproof. We're all
are.
bulletproof now.
But- It was
Oh, me too.
drawn by Mage, because she's a necromancer, I guess. She made him come out up off the ground.
I'm a demon.
Demon, necromancer, same thing. You just have powers, whatever. Get over
Yeah,
it.
whatever, dude. Let's not make a big deal of it or anything.
Yeah.
Well, you wanted him. I wanted him.
Yeah.
And he's back now. He's legally distinct. And you
Oh no,
can stop bullying
he's
us.
scared of us. He's running and he's hiding in the background there.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
worry, guys.
okay.
He's more scared of us than we are of him.
I mean, we are horrible beasts right now.
If you encounter him
That's
in the
true.
wild, just, spread your coat out and try and make yourself look as big as possible. Do
Make
not
loud
run!
noises.
Do not run!
Face him down. Just look at his face. He might already be gone,
Make loud
but-
noises like you're a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's how we've kept him in check.
Throw sticks and rocks. Do not
Okay,
run!
that's out of the way.
Yeah.
Moving on. Mage, what the hell are you saying about plushes? I want to hear it.
Today was a very exciting day. It was related to the Pokemon Community Day, but I'll skip all the
Oh my
details,
god,
I guess.
it's Beldum Day. In
Yeah,
5
it's
minutes,
Beldum Day.
Beldum
Shiny
starts.
Metagrosses, people. They're out there waiting for you.
Dude,
oh, wait,
where's
it's too
my
late
phone?
for you.
I gotta pull my
Well,
phone out.
it's
Oh
a
my
week
God.
late, Nate, so...
I'll be doing it. I'm going out to get him.
I'm switching to headset. I'm going out. We'll do the rest of the PCP remotely.
Actually, Ben, it doesn't actually start for us. Oh, wait, no, it does start in 10 minutes. or
5
so.
minutes,
We'll
yeah.
have plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay, so it was a big journey, a big day for me. I'm not sure how many details I want to go into, but however, one
Just the
highlight,
good ones.
one highlight of this whole thing was that I discovered a Build-A-Bear thing, and they had Pokemon in it, and I had my very first Build-A-Bear, which is a Alolan Vulpix, and I love it, and I named it Taiga. And it's on my desk right now, and it's like life size. I love
Oh,
it
can we
so
get a
much.
picture of that? Can we get a
Alolan-
picture of that? Hell yeah. Or show notes. Or
Alolan
Sick.
Vulpix is very huggable. That's a good one.
That is true.
Fucking Build-A-Bear is really sick. I
Now,
love
hang on,
Build-A-Bear.
though.
I have very, very fond memories of
I
getting
prefer
Build-A-Bear
Alolan
for my birthday.
Ninetales. Much more competitively viable.
Oh, look at him there. Okay, question about this though. Isn't kind of the point of Build-A-Bear that you're supposed to like customize it? But this just looks like a generic Alolan Vulpix.
I didn't want to dress it up.
So you had the option to dress it up, but you chose not to. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could have given it thigh highs.
Oh God. Jesus Christ.
And like a choker, lace collar.
I didn't like any of the clothes options.
You could have given him, crotchless panties.
Stop,
Give
maybe,
it
stop,
like
stop,
eyeshadow,
stop,
really
stop,
thick
stop doing this to my
eyeliner.
pure baby.
Garter belts, yeah.
Stop that. You're all banned.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not allowed to speak to me or my son ever again.
And just have him like he's got like what if you come out you built your bear and you just go, hey, I made this bear, and in one he's got a big old fat cigar in the one hand, and the other one he's got a big old stack of pornography.
Tiny
loves
little
it.
like knitted pornography, but that you
Yeah.
can still read it, kind of.
Oh my god. There's a Baneri. Where's that Baneri? I want it.
Do you like Baneri a lot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
that's a
like
fluffy
Low
one.
Punny because it's fuckable.
What if you went into a Build-A-Bear and you said make all the Homestuck characters? Would they do it?
They don't
well-
have a template for it. You know,
They
like
don't have the-
you
they
go
don't have
in,
the
you pick up a
courage.
head.
They
Oh,
don't
they
have
need
the courage
templates?
for that.
Useless.
Yeah, like when you go in, they have already pre-made heads and empty bodies, and they fill up the bodies.
I've got an empty body.
I've got an
An
empty
empty
yeah.
soul.
Skeleton.
No.
Yeah.
No. I was meaning like I have no soul, like I'm depressed because they couldn't make
you're like,
Homestuck
you're an NPC.
figurines.
Right.
The interaction with the lady that was like filling it up was quite awkward.
Really? How so?
Yeah, she had a Pikachu on her bag, like on her back in a bag, and so I thought maybe she likes Pokemon, so it won't be as awkward. But she
Uh-oh.
kind of seemed like a bit of a normie.
Uh-oh. She's such a normie. Yeah, there it is.
Normie.
I wish I had that soundbite ready to go. I do have that. Gib actually prepared that sound clip though. So one day.
Prepared for
one day.
what? For what?
For war.
What are you
For war.
I
preparing?
don't know. Don't worry about it.
Once the bombs
did I
drop,
trust
Mage,
you?
we're not going to be able to hear you say things like that anymore. So we're just going to have to play it on
The only
repeat
currency
to
that's
amuse
going to have any
ourselves.
value is going to be, Mage audio clips, MP3 files.
It's gonna be the new currency. Listen. The petrodollar is crashing. Our overextended oil needles and octopus tentacles are retracting from the world. We're not gonna be able to sustain our currency anymore. And what do we turn to? Some people say crypto. Some people say nuclear waste, and I say Mage audio clips.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
literally
funny
printing
audio
money
clips.
right now with every single word I'm speaking.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, Beldum Community Day. As Halloween episode, let's talk about Pokemon Go again. Fucking, I got so many Beldum. I looked at the Pokedex. I caught 150 of those fuckers.
Damn, that's like all the Pokemon there are. Or something.
Yes. I caught 150, and I got I traded one of them with my brother right at the end, and I evolved it. And it's like a 98% lucky Metagross with like almost maxed out CP, and then I finished him off, and he's like the biggest, strongest lad.
That's crazy.
There he goes.
Hey, so
Gen 4
something...
came out, guys.
It sure did.
My absolute favorite generation.
I caught 2 Bunearys.
I still can't get my Mamoswine.
I know, you have to wait for another wave for that. But yeah, I'm super excited. Gen 4 has been my favorite gen ever since I was a kid, because it was the first one that I did, obviously.
Well,
and I've always had a soft place in my heart for, like, Starly and all the stars and stuff like that. I'm walking my Chimchar right now.
I am really excited because I don't know anything past Gen 3, so like this is all going to be new and fun and cool. Like when I saw Buneary, I was like, what the fuck is that? It's got like weird brains coming out of its head.
Yeah,
but it's just
like
fluff.
That.
It's so cool.
It's like a zombie Pokemon. Woo! Halloween! Gotcha.
I can't wait for Munchlax to come. I'm so excited.
He's coming, dude.
He's
coming.
So excited.
So
I don't know how you're gonna get him. I don't know how they're gonna replicate. I just assume eggs, maybe. He's really hard to get in the games.
I was watching a video. Okay, here's how you get Munchlax.
Yeah. Nate, can I explain? I'm the Munchlax guy.
Please do.
All right.
Yeah.
When you start when you start a new game of Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, there is an item called the trainer card, and it lists a number there. But what it isn't listed there is your secret trainer ID, and your secret trainer ID is calculated whenever you press new game and you start a new character. And this secret ID calculates the placement for Pokemon within the Gen 4 gameplay mechanic, which is slathering honey on trees. In Gen 4, you can slather honey onto trees, and if you come back in 5 hours real world time, keep in mind you can't manipulate your DS time like you can for literally every other game. I don't even know how they fucking calculate it, but once 5 hours actually pass in the real world and you've slathered honey on some bark, you can come back to that specially marked tree and pick up the Pokemon. And these Pokemon are mostly shit. Like, they're almost always terrible. You've got fucking Combee, and it's probably gonna be a male Combee, so you can't even get Vespiquen, or you're gonna get a fucking Bidoof, and there's no reason for you to fucking do it. But calculated on your trainer ID, there are 4 trees that could possibly contain a Munchlax. Keep in mind, possibly. This is not like these are the Munchlax trees, go here for Munchlax. Munchlax has a 1% chance to be in a tree calculated by a number that you can't fucking see. So you're going to have to go to every tree in Sinnoh, do it 100 times, and just slather honey on there 100 times to make sure that tree doesn't contain a Munchlax, and then move on to the next tree. And there's something like 27 trees or something. So just randomly, these 4 trees are calculated, and you have no way of knowing which one is a Munchlax or not.
I mean, breed it how? Like, trade a Snorlax from another game or something?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
sure.
can, but you would have to have a Snorlax, and you would also have to have a full instance.
Those games don't have a Snorlax?
No,
they don't.
You would also have to, if you don't have 2 Snorlaxes, you would have to get the National Pokedex in Platinum, because then you can enter, you can get a Ditto in National Park.
I in my current Nuzlocke I'm doing right now, I saw that Munchlax is a Pokemon I could possibly get, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get a fucking Snorlax for my Elite Four team. By the way, just beat the 8th gym on my Twitch, twitch.tv / definitely best guy ever. Check it out every Saturday at 7:30 p.m.
Oh boy.
I'm getting ready for the Elite Four right now, 8th badges, here we go. Anyway, I want to get that fucking Munchlax, but when I see this shit, it is impossible. There is zero chance I'm going to get this fucking Munchlax.
You'd just be throwing away your random encounter for that area.
Yep. Suppressing.
Oh god. Hey, something cool happened in Pokemon Go. Tell me if anything like this has happened for any of you. So I have my house. My house does not have any stops in range of it. There's one kind of down in the corner. It's like around the corner from me. There's one at a church, and then a little ways down a side street. You know, I passed this church like on the way to and from like the convenience store a bunch, and then a little ways down, 1 block down a side street, there was a gym actually, a weirdly located gym in the middle of in like this nothing little corner. I think it's with the new update that they've switched, and now the gym is the one that I pass on my way to and from the convenience store.
Oh.
And now that what was formerly the gym is now just a stop, which
That's
is great.
very strange.
That is
Yeah.
weird, but that's also cool.
I swear, it definitely happened. That place was absolutely a gym. I have walked there and like stood on there, like on
Do
those,
you have the
those
gym
innocent
badge
people's
still
corners,
in
and
your
like probably
badge
weirded them
case?
out by just walking down a street, standing on their corner for 10 minutes and looking at my phone, and then walking away. I used to do it all the time.
I do
Take
that all the time,
gym.
dude. Guys, get a fucking electric skateboard. Increase your efficiency. I'm just telling you, it's such an upgrade for Pokemon Go specifically.
I like the walking.
Hey, it's what fucking
I don't want anything to like add noise to my walk. Like I walk through the park
noise,
and it's
huh?
really
I also
peaceful.
don't want to go faster
I
for
sit.
any reason. I like that it takes a long time to get from point
Yeah,
A
Why
to
and
would
point
you?
B.
But you can be more efficient and get more Pokestops and stuff.
because it's more
No,
pleasant and I enjoy it more. And I
Yeah,
like
like
the
I
physical
can
act
I
of
can walk
walking.
around like the park nearby my house. It takes about
Would
an
you
hour
want
to go all the
shred
way around it.
hardcore on the pavement and make old ladies jump and fucking splash them as you go by, going, "Ha ha ha! Fuck you, Grandma."
I'm with you, Nate.
That's me.
I'm all about that efficiency.
No,
Thank you,
see.
Ben, thank
The walk I have is like an aesthetic thing. You go down like the path alongside the river, and then you get to one end of the park. You turn around and you start going up this hill, and then right at the top of the hill, there's like a gym, and you can just sit on the hill on the grass and just look out over the whole park, and you sit there, you spin the Pokestop a few times, you beat the gym, and you just sit there for a while, and then you go home when you feel like. That's what I do.
Well, okay.
Like
That's
having
nice.
a skateboard would be completely useless for me.
I have a lot of stops in my vicinity, so the skateboard really helps me hit them all real fast. Because otherwise, I definitely would not walk.
I
so
don't
long.
have a lot of stops where I live, so I
Fair
have to
enough.
kind of walk.
Yeah, I've noticed
Two
like
paths.
your trainer ID, like it says you've walked over like 10,000 kilometers. Or no, over 1,000 kilometers, not 10,000.
I just want to let
That
you
would be
guys
crazy.
know. The clock just turned over in Pokemon Go. I have it open, and all the Beldums appeared. God, fuck this podcast. I want to be catching Beldums.
Dude, yeah. Can we call it here?
No.
Quick other life update. I just want everyone to know that I've got, like, when I record this, I usually sit with like a blanket wrapped around my legs, and currently my dog has entered that blanket and is sitting on my feet, and it's the most comfortable and adorable thing in the world.
I'm so happy that
there
you have
you
a
go.
dog, Nate. That's such the most positive
Same.
character development that possibly could have
I'm
happened to you.
so ambivalent.
I'm going to harvest him for his meat one of these days.
I
but
could
yeah,
not
in the
be more
meantime,
I could not be more ambivalent
This
about
is a
about
stepping
your
stone
dog.
in practicing responsibility to be a fucking dad, like how I know you want to be.
I agree.
It's a fun
Yeah.
aesthetic thing that is like the platonic ideal is you're a human who eats bread and has a dog, and it's just
I think I
it's
can
just
be post
great.
bread, but
How
still
are we?
so
free
How
great.
are you so? How are you so heinous, Munchie? How are your values so?
I'm
You
the
know
only
what?
sentimental person left on this podcast. I'm the only person who
Yeah,
cares
speaking
about
of
the good things in life,
sentimentality-
which are on the way out.
Munchie, we were having a talk before this episode, and I want to now grill
Oh,
you.
God,
It's time to
here
get
we
deep
go.
into it. Okay, this isn't all right. It's just so okay. We've all talked about how we hate college and we'd only do it if necessary. You're like currently working on going to college right now, and I feel like it's been a big weird elephant in the room. And I just want to know why. Like, what is your plan to justify the cost of going to college?
All right, well, my plan to justify the cost is, first of all, that
Yeah.
my mother's been saving up all of her life for me to go to college, so it won't be...
She could use that money on anything else, but okay, go on.
Okay, well, she doesn't want to, and she wants to use it on me. And the reason I want to go to college is for a lot of reasons. First of all, obviously, I like art, and I want to continue doing art, and I want to do art for the
Why
rest of
not
my
do
life.
that for free or perhaps for profit on the
Nate,
internet as
can
you do
let
now?
me finish? Any statement,
Okay, sure.
any statement whatsoever. Okay, I want to get better at art, and I want to be taught by a trained professional who has been in the art industry for any amount of time and who I trust their opinion on. I have been I have been learning things online. I've been self-teaching myself my entire life, but I don't feel like that is a sustainable thing to do, as it is hard to self-teach yourself. It is not easy to find the right tutorials and to try and mix and match all these different YouTube videos and try and create a through line. And all YouTube videos are just a standardized formula for the masses. I want to be able to have a teacher that is able to respond to me personally and is able to give me accurate and in-depth information and good education in order to further my art career in ways that I can't fully predict, like there are going to be ways
Sure, that's fair.
that that the teacher could teach me things that I wouldn't think to look up, that I wouldn't know
totally
that I
agree.
am missing, that I wouldn't know that I need to know in order to be a good artist. So I want to do it for purely academic reasons. I want to do it so that I can be a better artist, and I genuinely believe that I think being in a college or any school type scenario, but I'm past high school now, and my high school didn't have an art program, but any sort of classical training and sort of classical teacher helping me, any sort of tutor, something like that, I think that will be extremely beneficial to me, as I think I learn better that way, and I'm more proactive in learning anyway, and that's the academic reason. A social reason.
It's so weird to hear Munchie talk seriously.
What?
It's so weird to hear you talk, like, seriously, just in a calm voice.
All right, well...
It's not bad, it's just weird.
All right.
I want to hear the rest. I want to
Yeah.
hear the rest.
The second reason is the sort of social reason. I've been cooped up in my room for a long time. I've been cooped up in my room doing internet stuff for a long time. And as such, I have let my life run me by, completely and utterly. My friends, who I cherish with all my heart, my offline friends who, honestly, I like way more than a lot of my offline friends, I have not seen them in so long because I've been so single-mindedly dedicated to achieving internet e-fame that I've let them...
What does this have to do with college, though? I don't get the connection there.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Hold on. They have gone, and now they're in college, and I can't see them anymore. All of my social interaction is nil. And if there's one thing that I think you can't knock college for in any way, is that it's a positive social experience. Right down to the fact that you are living with someone who you don't know. I think aside from all the classmates you will meet, especially in art college, where everyone will be of a similar mind to you. Everyone will be of a similar predisposition to be an artist, to be creative. Aside from all of that, and how you're going to be able to network with other people, young, up-and-coming artists my age, people who I relate to more than, random people on the internet, people who I will be able to maybe even collaborate with or resonate with. Aside from that, the fact that I just simply will be in a room with another person, and I will be able to maybe not fully agree with this person and everything. Maybe I will have differences with this person. Maybe I'll be able to have arguments and
you
be
could
able
just
to
get
have...
a roommate.
What?
You talking about just a dorm mate? I don't
Yeah.
know. That's weird. That's kind of a weird thing to be excited about. You could just get a roommate. Living with someone else is
that's
not
what I'm
special.
doing. That's what I'm doing,
not-
is I'm getting a roommate.
Well, I would say that's a terrible reason right there. Throw that one right out. I don't want to hear it.
Well, I said
awful.
other social reasons as well. I'm saying
Okay.
I'm saying that this is an emblematic thing that I will have to interact with more people in my life, and that's what I want to do.
The only question behind all of this is this worth the debt that will be accrued or the monetary expense? Because I feel like a lot of this can be done for less money than a college education.
I've already done the entire financial system. Obviously, I'm not going into this blind. I have been on the podcast, and I've said that I don't think that college is cool. And I understand the financial risk. I've calculated it all. I know how long it will take to pay it off. And I know how much money I'll be going in, like to be able to pay, like down. I know the risks. And I think that the positives outweigh the negatives. And and everyone in my family is supportive of me. My mom is more than happy to help pay because she's wanted me to go to college all of her life. I think that the financial risks, while they are risks, I think they are worth it in the end. I want to be able to get an industry job. I want to be able to be a illustrator out in the industry, creating I don't know what the future lays in store for me, but just something to the effect of maybe being, maybe working at Disney. Maybe that's a pipe dream, but I would like to be able to do it. I like Disney. I think it's a great company. I would like to be there. I would like to be able to work on logos freelance. I would like to be able to do industry stuff like that. I'm not saying that I would abandon the internet or anything, but I think
I don't care if you do. I'm just wondering about that.
I think having this outlet is a good idea economically. I think it's a good, or having the diploma, that is, with art colleges, there's obviously risks and balance, and, it's going to be a large investment up front. I think ultimately it will pay off. And even if it was like I can't use the art degree for the things that I wanted to, and it would have been fine if I didn't have it. I still think that the positive social experiences, there's one other thing that I didn't get to mention, by the way. It's that I will be able to live in Boston far, far sooner than I would be otherwise. And I love the city of Boston. It's my favorite city on earth. I've been traveling a lot recently to really great places. I've been fortunate enough to travel to very old cities like Rome and see the sights. But nothing has captured my attention more than Boston. Boston is everything that I like about cities and everything that I want in cities. And I want to be able to be there as soon as possible. And
just move there and pay rent. Just do that.
I have no idea when I would be able to do that. I have no idea when I would be able to do that in any sort of reasonable time frame. Of course, guys, I know that there are other ways to achieve what I want, but don't you understand that these are all of these things in one package? These are all of these things
all
in
it
one
is
thing.
That this all strikes me as these are the reasons that the millennial generation went to college, and the vast majority of them regret it immensely. And so I'm just wondering, what's the difference here? How is this
all right?
not that?
I'll jump in here. I went to.
By the way, you owe
uni.
me nothing and don't have to defend anything to me. So
I went to
you know.
uni for, similar reasons. Like, it's, I wanted, well, really, I wanted to know what it was I wanted to do. And I thought animation might be something that I was interested in. But, I came away with a degree that I think is kind of pointless for me, because it's, nobody's going to care about, whether or not I have a degree. They just want to see my animation and how good it is. Yeah, so art degrees, they're just like a formality, really. But the teaching I learned, the things I learned there were important, and very much so. Like the social aspect, the fact that I was living alone for the first time, made me grow a lot as a person. In many ways that I would have just stayed like a weird baby if I stayed at home. Like some of my friends, or one of my friends. He commuted every day to uni.
He didn't go to, and now he looks like the guy at the end of Ant Bully.
Yeah. He stayed with his parents and commuted to uni, and the rest of us in the friend group were living in the town. And by the end of the 3 years, it was quite obvious that we had become more mature and he hadn't. And we just sort of stopped talking to him. And it was kind of brutal, but it really crystallized for me how important it was that I was doing this, even though it's a lot of money and I'll probably never, pay it off.
See, that's the important part for me right there at the end there. I don't know how it works in Britain, but you can't shake that.
Yeah,
I don't have to start paying it back
money.
immediately. I only start paying it back once I reach a certain income threshold. So I'm more okay than someone in America. So I don't know exactly how it works over there, but from what I understand, as soon as you stop, you have to start paying back interest or something. Right?
I think a lot of the reason why I'm going to use Tom as a sort of case example here. Tom, please listen to this episode and correct me if I'm wrong in anything. But if you recall, he talked about this in the PCP before, about his father just said, don't think about the debt. Don't think about it. Everyone has debt. There's no reason to do it. Just go to art college because, it'll be a good opportunity. And I feel like the distinction here is that I'm not in the dark about any of the faults of college, and I've accurately prepared for them. I have all of my finances in order. I'm not going to be able to pay literally 100% of it off immediately, like my first time that I get, a debt notice. But I have calculated the amount of time that it will take, and it's not a big deal. It's like 10 years. It's not a huge deal.
How is that? How is that not a big deal?
Okay.
I'm sorry, but how is that not a big deal?
A lot of the time, it's like 30 years or something. I understand that 10 years sounds like a long time. It's a decade. But in the grand scheme of things, if I'm going to be able to get these 4 years of the experiences which I think I'm in tail for, 10 years does not sound like a bad deal.
So you mean 10 years after you're done, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be 32 when that's done.
Yeah.
And that whole time you'll paying. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you think it's worth it, I'm not your fucking dad. I'm not trying to dissuade you. I'm simply trying to, like, we've all recognized that we have talked a lot of shit about college here, and it would be weird to not bring it up when Bunchy is going to college soon.
I don't know.
Right?
I mean, you say that that's not a big deal, but suddenly it's like, oh my god, like what exactly are you spending 10 years in debt for? To move to Boston and have a roommate?
And to further my career.
You can do that for like $500 a month. You could split a room with someone in Boston.
To further my career, to have academic credentials, to become more proficient in art, to do the things that I love in the city that I love, and be able to meet new people and network and have more opportunities in my life. That's what I'm paying for.
See, those reasons make perfect sense. They make perfect sense. But just people have regretted it.
Well, there is no but.
I'm not trying to tell you not to.
When it comes to art specifically, like, it is, like, kind of important to have somebody over your shoulder, like, explaining, like, if you have a specific question, to have somebody who can give you a specific answer. Because everyone on the internet has a different idea of how you're supposed to get good at some sort of art, and you'll never really understand, like, how to improve fast enough.
There is no answer. There is no.
I know there is no
right way
answer,
to do
but like,
it.
there's. I know that, but like, there are some fundamental things that just increase your ability to do whatever you want more and quicker.
I mean, me, right? I went to college, but my professors did not teach me anything that I could not have read in a book,
But did you go to an art college?
Yeah, I had I had the books, I had the textbooks, and the professors told me the same stuff.
I thought you got a calculus degree or something. I thought you got, like, a physics degree.
Yes.
Yeah, but you didn't go to art college.
Oh,
you went to liberal arts and stuff. Yeah.
I have some experience with college as well.
I mean,
first year college, art and design, I think, and all they taught us was like the color theory and some other basic stuff that I already knew.
Okay.
So it was a little underwhelming. So
well,
I don't feel I learned anything in that year, but might have learned something in following years.
Well, the thing is with I mean, it's not good that they do this, but they have to do it. Because they have a wide amount of skills. That the point of the first year is to get everybody on the same page, so that they teach all the basics to people who don't know. Like, for those who don't know, let's go over this.
It's so
and then
expensive.
I know, but like
the thing is though, like,
for nothing.
I think
Absolutely
I'm pretty
nothing.
sure I was put in the
That
slightly
is nothing.
above
if you're
average
just covering basics you already know.
course of art and design, because they were like levels, I think. So I was put in this, advanced ones. You'd think we'd know color theory by that point.
Well, okay. I mean, I agree with Mage. Here's where I come from. I totally accept the value of an art education. Absolutely. I went to college. It was a STEM, and it worked out well financially. It's not like a passion project or anything, but it worked out well. So yeah, college totally makes sense. But I contrast the two realities in my mind. Okay, there's one reality where one goes to art school, works on it, and then applies for a job later, has to deal with debt for an amount of time. Okay, fair enough. And they'll have more credentials. Maybe they'll have significantly more skills. Who knows? There's another path in my mind of where the same person, I don't know, gets like some meaningless job, but they're earning money as opposed to losing money. So, okay, that's cool. But what about the art? Well, what if this person in their off time, which is exactly how my YouTube career has been like offline, they like work on a webcomic for 4 years. And in 4 years, that's a pretty good amount of time to develop something cool. Or maybe not even one thing, but like lots of stuff. Like they invest their creative energies independently, and they work in that way. So they're not taking on any debt, and in 4 years, you can probably make some pretty good stuff. And I totally accept that you won't get the kind of professor one-on-one exchange thing there, but comparing those two futures, I don't know.
I think that's
sure
the
which is better.
ideal situation, in the sense
Sure.
that I don't think that can apply to not just me, but like the general public. A person who just tries to draw a lot, while obviously practice is the best way to practice, you still are not going to be able to get the same sort of success or the same sort of understanding that you would have if you teach yourself. You could teach yourself on the internet, or you could teach yourself with a professor, and you pay for it.
I mean,
there's
if you've
also-
seen
well,
if you've
okay.
seen like a lot of certain DeviantArt accounts where they just draw the same thing over and over, they are drawing a lot of stuff, but they are not getting better at drawing. They are getting better at drawing the one thing that they think they know how to draw. Like, it's important to get advice from lots of different people.
That's true.
And one of the more like direct and like powerful, I mean, it depends on the college, obviously. I had a good college, and I had a good like track record, and the
one I'm
lecturers
applying
and the
to
people
has
there
one
were
as
like
well.
really, really cool, and like well connected to like important people. Like, they knew people from Aardman and stuff. Like, it depends on the professors, but it is like invaluable if you want that. Like, it's worth the debt, and like the
Will you be saying that in 5 years, though, when it's still there, looming? That's the horror show. That's the true Halloween spook. The horror of debt is what I live in fear
Well,
of. And I'm out of it, man. Thank God. But only because I was
know.
in the STEM field that pays really well.
All right, I want to ask, because I don't really know how the debt works in America. How does it
Sure.
work? How did it work for you? What
Okay,
did
so-
it do that
yeah.
that made it your life bad?
Well, it is a financial burden for some amount of time. So in America, you can, I believe the way it works when you take a federal student loan is you have, if you want to, you can call them up and be like, hey guys, can't pay, please just delay me paying entirely. You get 3 years of that total that you can split up. Like, if you lose a job, you get another job. After that point, you do have to pay it. And if you don't, I don't know what happens, but something bad. But like when you are paying, they work with you and they budget, I think, based on your income, how much you're going to pay. But you are continually racking up interest, so you might not even touch the premium or the base or whatever. So it's going to take a long time. The less you earn, the less you're paying into it, the longer it's going to stretch out. Probably not forever, but I don't know, a really long time. So there is an expectation that you will start paying, after some amount of time, and I don't think it matters if you make like literally zero money. There's a time when the time runs out, and you have to start paying in some amount that they decide with you. I've refinanced a bunch when I still had the debt, and I'm no
you're
hero.
still there.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
We're
here.
Why don't I hear anything?
I don't know.
How are
Oh,
you
shit.
responding if you can't hear
Headphones
us?
issues? He's probably just talking to himself.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, I mean, whatever. That was the point. That, like, yeah, you do have to pay eventually, even if you don't earn enough. And I don't know what happens if you just literally can't. I know that they'll, like, garnish your wages or something. They'll, like, directly just take the money after a while if you get any job. Yeah, I mean, so that's the basic gist, I think.
I don't know why that is like they can't. I mean, maybe they can, but like they can't just take all of your money so that you just starve to death.
I mean, I don't know. That presumably
Like, if
that's
you
the worst
get a-
case scenario.
Like, if you get like some shitty minimum wage job and your degree counts for nothing, as is the case for a lot of people,
Well, okay.
does the money just keep getting drained, and then they get beaten by the police, and then they die in the streets? Does that actually happen, or is that just
no.
what they scare you with?
Maybe to some people. Here's the actual thing to be scared of. This is the actual thing to scare you on this Halloween night, ladies and gentlemen.
It is pretty scary.
It is pretty scary, but more realistic is it's years later, whatever. You've got your debt, you have a job. Here, the real terror is that you're not able to get the job you want, and so you're forced to take some other job doing, like so many baristas working at Starbucks, paying off their thing.
Well,
and
will people
the real
turn you
scare
away
here,
if you have debt?
Sorry, what?
No.
Will a job turn
but-
you away if you have student loan debt?
No, I mean they don't care if you have
probably
debt or
not.
not. They'll
They
employ you. But
will-
like
the
what's
only
scary
thing that'll stop
is
you
just
is
that
you-
like your
yeah.
your education didn't really give you
shit.
like a guarantee of a job, and then you aren't able to get the great job that you want.
Yeah, but
and
this
so you
is-
have to take a
alright.
shittier one.
Yeah,
and
but
you're trying
this
to pay
is
it off.
Well,
different.
that's
This
not
is-
the problem with having debt. The problem with having
No.
debt is that your credit will be bad and you won't be able to get
Right,
a loan.
I'm painting a picture. There's that, and then on top of that, you aren't able to live a great life because your wages are getting garnished because you have to pay off a certain amount of your debt, so that your total take-home income is like pennies, and you have to live in a shitty place. You can't have the kind of life you want,
Well,
and
your wages are
things
getting
just you're bumming.
garnished. Your wages are getting garnished, but that's just you paying what you were supposed to be paying in the first place, right? Like
In this
for
case,
your-
yeah, that's what I'm framing it
for
as.
your debt,
But they will
yeah, like-
literally garnish your wages after a certain amount of time, though, and just
Yeah.
take it off the top. So the reason I bring up all of this is because I just want what I want the best future for you, Munchie, because I care about
Thank you.
and I
I
like
appreciate
you.
Nate.
And
I'm
that's
not-
why I bring all this up.
I'm not mad. Obviously, I'm
Yeah.
defending myself.
I'm kind of challenging your life decisions, which I understand is a sensitive kind of
I mean,
topic
it's
here.
fine. I just haven't heard anything that's made me change my mind,
Do you fear being naive? Because I fear that all
Sure,
the time about
sure.
myself.
I
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
fear that maybe I won't be able to get an industry job. And I don't think that will be the case, but I'm prepared, and sure, that will suck. But I feel like there's a distinction here that while things might not go my way when I'm out of school, and sure, I will have debt, and debt's not good, and you don't need to have debt. Debt's not a natural part of life. It's bad.
Yeah.
But, and I might not be able to get an industry job, but the lessons that I will learn in college can't be taken away from me. I can't ever lose the academic or the skills that I learned there. No one will be able to take away the social interactions that I have. No one will be able to take away the experiences that I accrue. And no one will be able to take away the friends that I meet. And not to
That's technically true of anything, though.
yes.
Yeah, when you're gathered around the fire in the dumpster with the other homeless people scraping the last bean out of the can, no one can take that experience away from you, goddammit. That's yours forever.
I mean, yes.
I mean,
that's
no,
not an
it's true.
experience I would want. So these are experiences that I want. It's technically true that I can have fun without college. Do you see my reasoning?
It's not even about having fun.
I mean,
it's not even. It's
any,
about
any experience
Yeah.
you have is something that can never be taken away from you.
Okay, I wasn't speaking literally. I don't
Well,
think
yeah,
they can
yeah,
reach
I
to my
gotcha.
brain and take my memories.
Okay, well, here's a
Let
more relevant
Munchie have
example.
his college days.
I'm not. You
so,
don't
I don't
have
know,
to
this-
just resign. Like, okay, Munchie, you're making a bad choice.
No, I'm
but
not
don't
resigning. I'm
do
just
it.
saying, we've been talking about this for like how many? 20 minutes? 25
This is an
minutes?
interesting
It's
goddamn
interesting.
topic, in my humble
just-
opinion.
Well, you're not gonna change Munchie's mind.
Well,
so
I don't
what are
want
you
to
talking
phrase it
for?
like that. I mean, I can listen to reason.
Mage, debates, if this even counts as a debate,
No,
are
we
an
just
attempt
we
to
just
convince
gotta
the
let the
audience of
baby have
something.
his bottle, Mage.
It just okay. Last thing I'll say is it just reminds me of especially that last stuff you were saying on Kanye's album. I think it's Late Registration. There's a bunch of skits, or it might be College Dropout or whatever, where he's just like, my dad got so many degrees. Well, me and mom were starving in the street. My Christ, he had so many fucking degrees. And he kept going back for more degrees. And he loved those degrees. And when I have his degrees now, and I'm going to pass those degrees on to my children. And when they burn them from Worth, we're going to think, wow, our dad was so educated. It was so great. All right, that's a joke, but that's a hyperbolic example of the story here.
Okay.
America's fucking scary.
I agree.
I don't really know how that relates to me, in a way.
Because you were talking about how, like, the inherent worth of the degree, which I would argue is objectively false.
I think the value comes within the 4 years that I'm in college. I think that's where the true worth of it will lie. I think
the only value in a college education is what it gives you afterward. That is my humble opinion.
The skills increased faster than they would have otherwise been increased. That you can
for
then
the
apply...
cost of a huge amount of debt, or maybe a little if you go to like community college. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what people
lay an
do.
egg.
That's important,
XP
goddammit.
It's important,
Yeah,
Nate. I don't disagree with you at all.
You guys are treating Nate like he's just being a big old Scrooge.
I know
here.
he's sensible, but it's just like clearly like Munchie is going to get more out of college than most because he very much wants to get a lot out of it. Well,
yeah, why do you assume that?
All right, maybe compared to like people I've seen in college who just go because their parents told them to, and they don't really know what they're doing. They rack up debt, they go to college, and they don't really try very hard because they think of it as just school. And then they leave college with big debt, and they're like, oh no, I don't have any skills because I didn't try very hard. Munchie clearly wants to do this, so he's gonna get a lot of skill, like art skills out of this,
I think
regardless of whether he gets like a job in the industry or not. He can apply that to like
I can apply it to anything online. I can apply it to any art whatsoever.
I think that drive that is like, he will do good in school and get a lot out of it because of his attitude. I think that attitude would serve him well in any like whatever path he chose, right?
I don't understand.
It would serve him.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you finish? I'm sorry.
It would serve him just as well if he decided not to go to college and just work on his own stuff. Like that attitude would still be there, and like and that's what it's about, right? Like it's about your fucking attitude more so than whether you go to college or not. In my humble opinion.
Sure. You guys don't have to walk on eggshells as much. I'm not gonna get mad. I mean, I fully expect in your minds thinking that I'm retarded. Like it's obvious. But
all I care about is that it's worth the investment.
I mean,
that's the only thing I care about at the end of the day.
I don't claim to know the right answer for everyone. But I wouldn't do it.
I just have like an example of somebody who went to college and then is like dead within minutes due to the debt. Like they have no way to support themselves. They can't even get scrounge one penny up to eat food.
It's about
they can't eat food. They have to go.
The future. It's about
and
building
that's
the future.
sincerely what I'm thinking I'm doing.
That.
Okay, I want to say
okay.
I don't understand, Ben. When you say, like, sure, I can learn art outside of college. It's not the only way that I can. Sure, I can get a roommate. Like it's not like college is the only way to achieve these things. But college has all of these things in the same package.
And costs $1 million.
Interacting with one another, and they're all in one big pot together. And sure, it costs $1 million.
It's the only way to pay that much money to do all these things.
If I were to be moving to Boston right now, if I were to be getting an apartment and getting a roommate and getting a tutor to teach me things like regularly in art, that would be a lot of money too.
Why would you need a tutor?
What?
What?
What? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, but I guess it's not. It's more. It's just a lot of. It's you could do all these things for less. That's all I'm saying. You could do all these things for a lot less.
I could, but I think the experience would be different and not something that I want. And I think
it sure would.
And I think
it sure would be different.
Yeah, it would.
I guess the only thing I think is as I worry that the experience will be something akin to what mine was, which was Munch, that you'll feel in college what you're really doing is just sitting down and drawing as you've been doing and as you will continue to do. And you'll wonder, why am I paying the money for this? Like, I'm just doing the work I was doing anyway.
It's also worth it to mention that I have a man on the inside, and I'm not...
Oh, shit.
I'm not going into this blind. Not only have I researched extensively the college that I'm planning to apply for, and I have vetted it with all my little toes and hands, with my gribby little hands, but also, Cassie goes there now, and everything she tells me is good. And it sounds great. All the hard homework, all of the fucking like weird out there stuff that they teach you wouldn't normally think to do. It all sounds like, good stuff, like stuff that I want to learn, stuff that I want to be able to know, that you can't fucking find like a YouTube how-to to do.
So what you're telling me, Munchie, is you're going there for a girl. All right, throw it in the trash. Waste of time. There goes the money, everybody. I'm just
Ben,
kidding.
wait,
That was
before
a joke. That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Nate.
Yeah.
Do you think that actually?
Literally, no.
Okay, good.
You know
Thank
what?
you.
You
It
just
probably,
said it
it
was a
probably is
joke.
part of the equation. Probably
Well,
is part of it.
okay. I'll describe it like this: Kazzy being
Okay.
in Boston is one of the reasons I want to be in Boston, but not one of the reasons I want to go to college. I'll phrase it like that.
Okay.
Also, by the
I
way,
believe
one
you.
of the reasons I want to go to college is so that I can fucking form PCP HQ more, by the way. That's one of the reasons.
I value your financial future more than the formation of PCB HQ, at least where you're concerned. Yeah. So, yeah, everything I say stands. It would sure be convenient for me to encourage you to go into massive debt so that you'd be around to work with me, and yet I don't.
And I appreciate it,
Same.
Nate. I'm glad that you've been willing to challenge me in such a way.
Well, good. I'm the dad,
Yeah.
just to be hard but fair, to lay the truths on the line as I see them. Maybe I'm
What-
wrong. In fact, I appreciate that you've done all the research and you've looked into things and you
Yeah.
know what the curriculum is. That's
Yeah,
very encouraging.
I mean, I'm obviously like not as aware of like the money ramifications, because for me the debt is not really an issue yet, and it
will
won't
be
be a
soon,
big
though.
issue ever.
Yeah, it
No,
won't
no,
ever
it,
be.
no, I can just
In
ignore
Britain,
it. It'll be fine.
adults pass on to their children their debt.
Is that true?
Oh, nice. No, I'm kidding. I assume.
Lol.
I could just just throw it in the trash. I can just,
How nice.
I can just
Well,
not look at it.
Hippo, you're also the kind of
I can
person who
rip
literally
up
just
the
doesn't
deed.
pay
I can
taxes,
Just rip up
apparently.
the deed to all the debt.
What?
You also just like throw taxes in the trash, if I recall correctly. There's just like there's debts that you have to pay and you just don't do them.
Sure you weren't thinking of Jesse with that? It sounds like a Jesse thing to do.
I'm sure Jesse as well.
What do you?
There's some sort of payment that you were talking about on like I think it was the shekels for heckles that like you just don't pay some money thing. I
It was
forget
like
what
a
it
ticket
is.
or something?
Damn. Sounds
Yeah,
like what
like
a
a
great
ticket, like a
what
ticket.
What a promised land.
Like a what?
A ticket or something. Nate, you remember,
like a
right?
speeding
I
ticket?
remember.
I
Yeah,
don't
Gib, there
think-
was something you were talking about. Some fee to be like on some like housing thing that you had to pay, but you hadn't been paying. And
Oh, well, no, I didn't have to pay. It was the
okay.
government that mixed up the forms, and they said I
Yeah.
had to pay, and I was really mad.
it
It was
something
it
like
was
that.
it was it was council tax.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But I didn't have to pay council tax because I was a student living in the house. But they mixed it up. Like something went wrong,
Burn
and they
it
thought I
down.
wasn't a student, and then they sent me angry
It's okay.
letters, and I threw them in the trash, and then they sent me a court summons, and I threw that in the trash, and they never did
Oh
anything.
yeah.
And that all worked out. That all worked
Oh,
out.
yeah.
It
I
all worked
remember
out
this
because
story.
they don't have the money to look for me,
Right. Great.
and I'm long gone. I'm out of there.
Spooky.
What I'm about to say is not to delegitimize this conversation, because this conversation has been fruitful and productive. But I will say that, like, I have been in the PCP for a while now. I've listened to the School Sucks podcast. I really want to emphasize that I'm not going into this blind or with way crazy expectations of what I will accomplish. I'm talking a lot about experiences and industry jobs and stuff like that. But I realize that the future is not as smooth as I would like to think about it. And I realize that there will be trials and tribulations, both in school and out. But I am taking what I believe to be an educated decision, maybe not the best decision, but an educated decision nonetheless. And I have weighed the pros and cons more than I feel my contemporary ILCAT. Not you guys, but I mean like, you know, like millennials at large. I feel like I have done more research and am more confident in that this is a sustainable idea, more so than might be normal. And I'm not trying to say that, guys, like I know what I'm doing, don't talk to me. That's not what I mean. I just mean to remind everyone that there might, specifically in the comments, there might be some offshoot that was talked about in School Sucks that we haven't addressed. But I know. Feel free to comment, but like, I know.
And I always said that college is definitely right for some people, and that could certainly be the case here. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna sit here and say don't do it, because I went to college and never used my degree, and I'm still in debt over it. And I don't even really care that much. I don't even necessarily think it was bad, because it was just like some good years of my life, and I like the person that I ended up being, so I guess it all worked out. I don't know.
Despite my gripes with the first year I had in college, it was a pretty good year. I met one of my bestest friends ever there, and it was fun. It was a fun year. It was a good year.
See, this is why I was supportive of when Munchie came to me and told me he was doing it, and like he seemed very serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like clearly, like there is gonna be good that comes of it, even if like the debt is one thing. Obviously, there's gonna be that to deal with, but like everyone who has debt seems to be okay.
This whole
They're not
dismissal
gonna
of
break
debt,
your legs.
I think,
That's
is
true.
a mistake.
I'm not
I'm
saying
not
it's
dismissing
good
that.
to
I don't
have
think it's going to
debt.
be a bad.
Yeah,
I know I said that it won't be that long of time relatively, but that doesn't mean that it won't be that it is like fine.
I totally
not
accept that
fine,
I
yeah.
am more financially kind of concerned than your average person my age. I'm not even saying that I'm great. It's just I do worry about it a lot and care about it a lot, having my future secure financially. So, fair enough. I get it. But
Nate, your future's
okay.
too secure. Nate, your future's too secure financially. Fuck you.
not when I fucking leave my job and go full-time YouTube, which is all I think about. And,
Okay. This is sort of tangentially related. Nate, why do you want to become a YouTuber? Like,
because it is the most
seems
rewarding experience
scary.
I've ever had.
It
That's
seems
why.
really scary. And
I completely agree.
spooks me.
Because when I go to work, it's fine. When I come home and work on my projects, I feel alive and I love it.
Okay,
And
I mean,
that's why.
and this is in no way me saying don't become a YouTuber or
No,
or
man.
that's negative whatsoever.
Feel free to challenge it. Makes sense.
It just sounds like YouTube is just constantly getting fucked. So I really all I want to know is
think
what's
people
the
exaggerate
experience. Like how do you feel as someone who has a sustainable job that wants to enter not an unsustainable job, but a fluctuating job? Does that concern you? Has that entered your thoughts at all?
Absolutely. There's a major difference with me versus other people, which is me. I'm coming into this thing, like my whole last couple of years has been paying off my debt, building up my financial reserves so that I can make an honest-to-goodness, serious, long-term attempt to make it on YouTube. And if that fails, have a contingency to go back, which is that is what I've been building towards. So I don't think the risks are very high for me at all. And like YouTube I might not even fail. It just will turn out that YouTube isn't
Not as
sustainable
lucrative or
income.
not as fun anymore.
Yeah, or not as fun. In which case, I will be prepared. I have a degree in a good field. I've had a job. I've got a resume of work that I can fall back on and use and find another job if necessary. And like my YouTube career has been honestly going fine with it as a part-time job, and I could continue to do that. It's just that I know I would be so much more like productive and and successful. Like even if I fail like to make it big time as a YouTuber, like I could do better than I'm doing right now because all my time is taken up by normal job. So like, do I worry about YouTube in general failing? Absolutely. I do think that I am more willing to adapt and change. Like for example, all this copyright shit's going on right now. I will adapt to what's necessary. Like Weagwa itself was a big adaptation to try to figure out how to survive on YouTube. Doing Weagwa consistently was by far the most lucrative period for my channel. So I know what to do, and that's what I would do instantly when I go full-time doing it. Like maybe YouTube will just find my content objectionable and fail. And I'll have to like stop doing it entirely because everything will close down except for like Jimmy Kimmel and shit. It's possible. And at that point, I will just always like if I go full-time YouTube, I'm just gonna always try to make sure after I've got this idea of like I'll do it for a year. If it's going well, I'll keep doing it. After that point, I will switch plans to make sure I have enough money that if things go belly up, I can survive long enough to, switch out and get back to a normal job and survive on that. And then I'll, that's what I'll do.
Let me ask you this. Would you consider yourself to be, that you want to be a YouTube creator or like an internet creator? Would you be fine moving to different platforms, or is this platform specifically something that you are invested in? You want to become a video content creator on YouTube?
I have found the most joy specifically making video content, and so I would like to stay in that medium. It's kind of my field of expertise, but I feel no particular allegiance to YouTube itself. It's just that YouTube does create a specific kind of ecosystem that, you know, like my kind of content does fairly well on, and I hope to, you know, expand and keep trying it. So I wouldn't say I'm inherently if Vimeo took over, I wouldn't really care. I just keep doing what I'm doing and just hope that, you know, people are still able to find my shit and I can spread it around. So, you know, hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah, okay.
Man, this really is a scary episode. I'm thinking of my future now, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I doing?
It's
Like
a,
I got,
it's a fair
I got a
question.
cool, I got a cool comic, and that'll be that, and I'll have Patreon people who like that, and that's nice, and the Pro Crastinators podcast.
Yeah.
Hippo,
But beyond that, I don't really have anything.
Hippo, I think you have a way brighter future ahead of you than you may
You've got
realize.
an industry kind of connections
Yeah.
and career you're working on. So.
Well, there's that, yes. I mean, I'm pretty good at that, so I'm sure that I will continue to have work in the field of writing for things.
Hippo, whether or not you want to do it, I just want to say how, like, unbelievably ecstatic and, like, proud of you and, like, just how giddy it makes me. You just giving us even cursory information about the industry job that you're working in.
I do love
I
that.
think it's
I do love
so cool. It's so romantic. It's just everything that I would want to be in my life.
I agree. It is romantic.
Here we are being like, Sword Art Online sucks, guys. Meanwhile, Gib is making Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just-
So that we can say it sucks. It's a circle.
He double
of
dips. He's a critic of
life.
his
It's
own
the
content.
Wheel of Fortune.
Wait, Hippo, can you sell us exclusive rights for the first slam negative review of your work?
Oh yeah, the so and so project exposed video.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
that. I want the rights.
Yeah, I'll have to shop around a little bit first.
Okay, yeah.
Get the highest bidder.
But
Is-
like when you say romantic, it is very much like, because like a few months ago, earlier this year, I was asked to come to an animation festival in France.
Yeah.
I think I may have mentioned this somewhere. I definitely mentioned it on my Patreon podcast, patreon.com/Hippocrit.
Well, tell them the name. The Money Spenders Podcast.
The Money Spenders
I love that.
Podcast.
Can I get a link to those and not Patreon?
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Just for you.
You know, I am a patron, but I have not listened to the last couple. I should catch up.
Yeah. So I mentioned that, like, I was just last minute. The director of the show we were pitching said, just come to France to Annecy and do this animation festival. I'm doing a talk, or like, no, we're gonna meet the producer. I want you to meet the producer of the thing. And I'm like, oh shit. Fine. I've never, like, this is like last minute flight. The first time I've not had a flight booked in advance, so I just quickly got a flight. It wasn't that expensive. I flew down there, and I was, you know, I think I told this story about how I got lost in Sweden or something.
Yeah.
But like, when I was there, like for the couple days I was there, it was just it was such a really tiny, picturesque, like, French city next to the Alps. There's a huge lake, and there was an animation festival, and there was people, and we were just walking around these old cobbled streets, and like I met the producer, we had dinner with him, and then later during the night we had like pizza and like a Italian French restaurant, like weird thing.
Why don't we go out for
And it was
pizza
just-
or McDonald's? Sorry, continue.
And it was like nice pizza. It was like, yeah, this is like I'm on holiday, but this is a work thing. This is the first time I felt this cool in my life.
It is really cool,
thing
and you
to
should
do.
be proud of yourself. And if I were you,
Question.
I would lean into that. But I don't know what the
Is
future lays for you.
your employer looking for someone to do the same job you do, but better?
And
No.
for free.
No.
Oh,
And
no.
for free, yes, and for free.
Recommend me. Are they looking for more? Are they looking for more yous? Can I be another you, please?
Go to the
If you live in London, then yeah, that's where we have meetings every week.
Barf. Am I right?
Oh,
Am I
I
right,
hate
fellow
that
Amerifats?
I could go to London.
I don't know if I've talked about this all, and there's no reason for me to, because it's not going to be like a big deal, but I'm just excited about it a lot, and I just like thinking about it, and I like talking about it, because it's going to be cool. I'm going to see Hippo this summer. Like, it's a thing that's happening, like, real.
yeah.
And, like,
Yeah,
not a
next
joke
summer.
or, like,
Oh,
a
yeah.
plan, but, like,
Why-
real.
Why? Why would you ever do that?
Because I like Hippo a
mistake.
lot. He's my favorite. I like him a
Don't
lot.
understand that at
He's,
all.
he's
That's
charming.
Munchie, have you ever left the country before? Wait, oh god, you went to Italy. Yeah, that's right. I'm stupid. Yeah, okay, I fucking don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Okay.
I'm saving up. I'm saving up my own gosh dang money. I've got a whole plan. I know how much I have to save each month.
Munchie with a little.
So you are
piggy
you are
bank. This is
personally
adorable.
financing a trip to the UK specifically to see Hippo?
Yes.
For the most part.
Wow.
Specific.
You guys should do it for
I mean,
Redcon.
also,
And
also
also see
to
London,
see
obviously, yeah.
London and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, Hippo, I'm
Yeah.
gonna drag you to
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much gay historical stuff. You're not even gonna. You're
Oh,
gonna hate.
dude,
You're gonna
I've
hate
seen it
Britain
all
by the time
before.
I'm done.
You're
with
gonna
you.
know, yeah. Munchie's gonna get there and be like, "Hey, Hippo, you don't appreciate your own culture as much as I do."
Here, let
I'm
me
gonna show
appreciate
you-
it for you.
I'm gonna show you the real London.
Yeah.
This is where James Cromwell pissed his pants, and I just want to lick it right up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
This
all
has been a
very
good
interesting
episode.
stuff.
No,
There-
I,
there's
Um,
just a lot
now,
of reading
now
there.
onto
disappointed.
onto the topic at hand, Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Boo.
All right.
Happy Halloween,
All right,
everybody.
I have some
Scared ya.
follow-up. Some
Okay.
follow-up from last time where we briefly had a little spat, a little fight about like jack-o'-lanterns being
yeah.
shaved or cut.
Right.
I've solidified my problems with shaved jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh, good. Okay.
They are technically impressive, but more often than not, they are just a copy of a photograph or a piece of art that they
Yeah.
didn't draw.
that's
Sure.
true.
And
That's true.
And
Yeah.
that's strike one. Strike two is that they're so often not Halloween themed. Like if it was a spooky skull etched into a pumpkin, then it would be like, oh, cool. You know, Halloween themed. It's a spooky, scary month. You put spooky, scary things on pumpkins. Pumpkins themselves are not spooky. If you draw a tiger on
But
a
they
pumpkin,
are festive.
yes.
I mean, the pumpkin aspect, I suppose.
The pumpkin is like timely of the year, but like it's
Yeah.
not spooky. You got to make it spooky. That's the whole
The
point.
pumpkin is like the tree during Christmas,
yeah.
but you have to decorate
Right.
it.
It's
If you put a
equivalent.
bunch of pumpkins on your Christmas tree, it's going to be like, what the fuck, guys?
like if you like shave like a photograph of a tiger or like a Legend of Zelda image, Skyward Sword, or whatever the fucking Breath of the Wild. You
Yeah.
put like, oh, I'm a epic gamer. You put that, do that.
Dude, that sounds sick, dude.
Yeah, on a pumpkin. The equivalent is to like decorate your Christmas tree with like Legend of Zelda gamer Mario
Dude,
merchandise.
that's so sick,
People
dude.
do that, dude.
I hate that though. It makes me sad.
Dude, that'd be so fucking epic.
Or even funnier, just to have a tiger-themed Christmas. Just to have tigers fucking everywhere.
Hey. Brief aside.
I want a big
when I worked
Minecraft
at
pickaxe
Astro
in my
Camp,
pumpkin.
when
That's what
I
want.
worked at Astro Camp, there was a slightly older guy working there, and I say slightly older. He was like in his 30s. He was slightly older than me.
Okay.
And he had used to be a teacher or whatever, but he had changed jobs. But that's not the point. The point is that like we had like a pool area. There was like a lifeguard zone. So
Yeah.
there was a locker room. And we were changing in there one time, and he had.
And he came up behind
two-
you and started touching things he shouldn't have.
That's not right. And he was like, I learned this in the public school system. No, he had two tattoos on his back. One of them was on his shoulder blade, and it was a small, kind of crude profile drawing of a tiger, and the other was like a bigger sort of maybe 6 or 8 inches. It was kind of like a big thing of like it was a tiger's face and claw like tearing a hole. You know what I mean? Like it was drawn to look like a
I
tiger
hate those
was
tattoos
tearing
so much.
his way
Those
out
are
of
so
disgusting.
stupid.
Those
I
are
hate them.
reprehensible.
Yeah.
He was a tiger, and I was like, "Why do you have these 2 tiger tattoos?" And he was just like, "I just really like tigers," and that was the whole answer. Like, I
Same,
guess
bro.
he had gotten the smaller one when he was like a teenager, and then later on he had like treated himself to like the bigger, like superior, like really cool one or whatever. Yeah, that's the story.
Treated himself.
Wait, what?
He just treated himself. Like that's like his little. Oh, I just want to. No cake for me tonight. I'll just get this big, disgusting.
It's like, man, he's like maybe it was like when he turned 30 or something, or some milestone. He was like, you know what? It's time for me to get a new tiger tattoo. It's time for me to upgrade.
Can you
Dude, what's he
imagine
gonna get at
liking
40?
tattoos?
What's he gonna get at 40? That's
He's
what I
gonna
wanna know.
become a tiger
He's-
at 40.
No, he's gonna get a tuger, which is a 2-headed tiger.
Whoa!
Tuger!
Damn. Damn.
Cougar.
Oh God.
That's
Anyway, what? I
Right.
don't even remember. What story did I interrupt with that?
So wait. A three-headed tiger would be a trigger?
A thricer.
It'd be a trigon.
Yeah, I don't know what we were. Oh, just like the pumpkins and stuff. Hey, did
Yeah.
you guys like those pictures of my mom's pumpkins from last week? They
Oh,
were
let me
pretty cool, right?
see. Let me see.
I'm talking to the audience because they saw it, but they were cool. They were cool. I want anime themed pumpkins this year, as I always do. Maybe like Soul Eater. I can keep it relevant. I can do it.
Soul Eater is a
Soul
good
Eater's
show
super
for
Halloween,
good
the
boys. Hey, so I was talking to Kazi actually about Halloween, and she somewhat convinced me about Halloween. And her argument was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
She said it's because I've said that I don't care for Halloween very much. But she said, like, Ben, Halloween is a holiday where you don't have to do any like dumb family shit. It's just about like hanging out with your friends and it's just about having fun and nothing else. And I was like, well, that's huh? What?
As an adult, I suppose that's true.
And I was like, that's fair. That is good about it, and I do like that. But it's not the only holiday like that. Like, I would say that St. Patrick's Day is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why Digi likes New Year's, because New Year's is kind of like that.
Yeah,
I guess
and
you kind of hang out with your
I
family
don't
on
really,
New
I don't really like any of the specific like details that come with Halloween. I don't like spooky shit. I don't like horror movies. I don't love the Halloween aesthetic. Like, it's fine.
Ben,
I don't
you should
hate,
watch The Exorcist.
I don't hate the Halloween
you like
aesthetic, but I don't
shit?
love it either.
I love the
Watch
Halloween
The
aesthetic.
Exorcist. You will love it. I think you will love it legitimately. It's like
what-
not scary, and it's all Christ-y and shit.
Wait,
It's
really?
your aesthetic. Yeah.
Huh.
It's really good. I watched it last night, and I loved it.
Okay. All
I
right.
think you would enjoy it very much. It's like a horror movie that there's no jump scares. It just is occasionally there's creepy shit, and there is some absolutely disgusting moments, but they're good, and I like them. And most importantly is that there's a sensation that this movie is from the 70s, and they throw out like fuck and cunt and cock in tasteful ways that to us are totally tame, but to those people, it's like the actual words of the devil, and I love that aesthetic. It feels great. It's awesome.
It's the one with the spinning head girl.
That's
That
the one.
right?
Yeah,
I should
great.
Mother
watch.
sucks cocks in hell.
Yeah,
I should watch The Shining. I've never seen The Shining.
Oh, The Shining is my literal favorite scary movie. It is
Oh, I
the best.
love
It is
shiny
terrifying.
Pokemon.
It is absolutely ball-dropping terrifying.
Wait, I'm a Zoomer, right?
yeah, you are.
I think so.
As a
close
Zoomer,
to
as
it.
a proud Zoomer who is proud of
Yes.
my heritage, I cannot wait for your shitty old people movies to fucking die and for creepypastas
you.
to take
Shining-
over as
so
as the
Shining-
rightful
Shining was like
Halloween
100 years
material,
old.
the true Halloween
like,
material,
you-
creepypasta.
Munchie will, when he's old, crack open like a coconut water, like 0
Yeah,
calorie
yeah.
or whatever. He'll sip it gingerly at age 35 and say,
And crack open Jan the
Paranormal
Killer."
Activity 10.
Yeah.
Now there was a movie.
Yeah.
Now there was one.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait for like a real movie of a creepypasta where a guy buys an N64 game and there's something wrong with it.
Okay, okay.
Because
dude.
nostalgia like plundering dictates that
Nate.
somebody will think that's a good idea.
Nate, the Paranormal Activity thing.
Yeah.
What are we on? What Paranormal
Like
Activity
8
are we on?
maybe or something? I'll
20.
Okay,
check,
well,
I'll check.
how likely do you think it is? Because people do this for Fast and Furious, and maybe it's true. I don't know because I haven't seen them. But what if, like, 5 or 6 Paranormal Activities from now, Zoomers on YouTube are making the case, like, here's the case for Paranormal Activity, and how after number 10, they became a, like, meta-textual commentary on their own genre
will
and achieved the pinnacle of what the horror genre is capable of.
That will definitely happen. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not even that unlikely to happen, because after a while, you're almost more likely to try something different and, like, do okay than just do the same thing over and over. By the way, there have been 6 official ones, and there's one unofficial film called Paranormal Activity 2 Tokyo Night. That sounds like the one for me.
Yeah.
One of my
Wait,
favorite.
you mean Tokyo Night with a K, right?
Unfortunately, no, I wish that was the case.
One of my favorite experiences of being alive, like one of the best times I like intervals of time that I've ever breathed in my entire life was I went to see the Slender Man movie recently in theaters with my friend Kyle and my friend Leif. And as all diehard Marble Hornets fans, it was so good to see Slender Man and just know that life will never be the same and that I should kill myself immediately upon leaving the theater. It was great. And okay, aside from that, and aside from the legendary experience of seeing Slender Man completely misrepresented and interpreted, and literally they just saw the fucking character design. It's like, I'm gonna make a movie about this. Aside from all that, for the next fucking like hour and a half, it was just one after another. It was us making a joke that there would be a creepypasta cinematic universe, and it was us coming up with after credit scenes for different creepypastas. So it's like the main character who survived the Slender Man movie, she would walk into a bar all wistfully, and like there would be no music, and she would go over to a guy with a hood over his head, and she'd be like, I hear you're good at killing, and then he would turn slyly and he would say, well, I am Jeff the Killer, and then the credits would roll, and we'd see Jeff the Killer will return in the creepypasta cinematic universe.
There was a fucking Freddy versus Jason movie, so it's inevitable. There's inevitably a fucking Slenderman versus that black Pokemon cartridge, one of these days. It's gonna be great.
The girl gets on plane like, I'm so glad to be rid of Slenderman. I'm so ready to have that chapter of my life be over. Time to get on a vacation.
Pops in Pokemon Black.
Or like time to have a vacation. Goes to Orlando, Florida. I like Disney World, but what's this abandoned river country? I sure hope I don't get abandoned by Disney. Credits roll.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what that one is, actually.
Me neither. I watched a spooky sort of kind of anime. Like, that's the one Digi recommended to me forever ago. Angels of Death, I think. Yeah, I finally finished watching it, and I kind of liked it at the beginning. I really liked it. It gave me sort of a bit of a Danganronpa feels, but then I hated it by the end.
Get fucked, Digi. Your predictions are all shit. Confirmed.
You guys should watch Ultimate Survivor Kaiji, because it's the scariest of all. Because what it says about capitalism and our financial system.
Hey Ben, we're watching Escryed for Chibibaku soon. You want to do that on Tuesday?
I think.
Hang on. Wait, the bonus PCP is recording on Tuesday.
We would have to do it before the bonus PCP, which if we do it before that, I could do it then.
When's the bonus PCP?
6 p.m.
It's on
Eastern
Tuesday at
Standard.
6.
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Hey guys. Quick question. Have you started watching Zombieland Saga?
Wait, did you just spoil the next thing? Did you just spoil the next Chibibaku?
No, it will come out after it be recorded. It might not be released yet, but I don't care. I don't think it's like a spoiler. I think we said that on the last episode anyway. I think we announced the next episode.
I don't think anyone on Earth gives a shit about Escryed.
Yeah.
Except me.
I like Escryed.
Except for me. Yeah, you and me, Nate. You and me. I remember.
Yeah.
I am already disproposed to hate it because it's called Escryed, and there's no way
it has the worst name of any
anime. It has
anime.
a really bad name.
It doesn't.
Really...
I haven't read the manga.
I thought the Pro Crastinators was a bad name for something. Escryed is a whole new level.
Hey, Mage just mentioned Zombieland Saga, relevant to current Halloween.
The heck is
also
that?
anime. What do you think, Mage?
I like it. I really liked it. I never liked idol animes, but I really loved
This one
one.
looks legitimately good, kind of, and also has me in it. For those who aren't aware, there's a big meme. There's
that's
literally
what that
me
is.
in this anime.
That guy, the guy.
You said idle animes, and I guess you meant IDOL, but I was thinking like idle animes, like an idle game, like one that you just let run in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to listen to it or
When
watch
are they gonna
it.
make the Cookie Clicker anime? That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that would be so sick, dude. License Orteal. Listen, Orteal, license Cookie Clicker right now.
Oh my god, I'm playing Cookie Clicker right now. I forgot.
There's some legitimate. Are you really? Is that true?
Yeah, I started up today for no reason.
I had Cookie Clicker open for a couple of weeks there, like maybe as of a month ago. It was just open on my desktop for weeks and weeks. I had a bunch of add-ons that basically played the game for me.
Right.
Pretty much the only thing I had to do was the gardening minigame.
I've never played that. I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's one of the later editions.
must be new shit.
There is you have to grow sugar lumps, and you spend your sugar lumps to upgrade your farms. And once you spend them on your farms, you have plots of dirt, and you have to like find seeds and plant seeds and hope that they cross pollinate into new seeds in order to get more seeds, in order to get more sugar lumps, in order to grow more cookies. You see. Because it all comes back to the cookies.
Cookie Clicker is a great game, and I love
it. It is unironically
it is
a great game.
And the lore is honestly pretty damn good. I could honestly see some kind of like lore product being made based off of Cookie Clicker. It's fucking great.
On the one hand, it's like I get it. It's Elder Tar, the grandmas. But on the other hand, it's like fucking sick, dude. Like fucking yes. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps it's a little thin, but whatever. I still like it. I'd read a comic.
No,
of Cookie
I do
Clicker.
love it. The effortless, just the way that he boldly filled his fucking idle clicker game with this like huge, vast array of like dumb cliches. This like it has this big fucking weird like story going on, sort of in the background. And it just fucking spirals. I love Cookie Clicker, man.
Guys,
I love thinking about it. I love that it exists. I should probably do a YouTube analysis video of it. Do not steal that from me. That's the best idea I've ever had. Yeah.
We gotta wrap this up, guys. The
Cookie
Pokemon
Clicker
event is
Let's
only
Play.
2 more hours, and I have to get out there.
Oh my god. Yeah.
This
I'll
is a
probably do that.
juicy ass episode that I'm loving, but I think we should just we've been going an hour and a half.
I just want to say that I had a topic, and it was like I went on a trip to Denver recently, not like a fun trip to Italy, but it's like a family. It's like okay, and I have come. And I have a lot to say about that, but I wish I could do that next time on the Pro.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
I mean,
I want to hear about it.
Only an hour. Well, I guess we have questions.
We got quite. That'll take a half an hour probably.
Have we decided to not do text questions? Or are we doing text questions or what?
We have weeded out text
I am
questions.
adamantly anti-text questions.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a good argument to really bring them back. So
Yep.
Yeah, that's
okay.
that.
Cool.
All right, well, let's get right the fuck into it. Here we go, people. By the way, I want to hear some voicemails about the huge cataclysmic earth-shattering event that is the max revival of the PCP guy. So, let us know how you feel about that.
Oh god, he's still there.
Oh my god, he's still max revived.
PCP guy, what do you think about me going to college?
I never.
I can't hear you, PC. Wow, he just speaks in all PCP guy does is just speak in swarms of flies now.
He talks like the adults in Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's procrastinating on forming actual words with his sounds. He'll worry about
Whenever he
that.
opens his mouth to have air exit his lungs, he just has flies instead. They just swarm. They're like lotuses. They just
He's an
they're all over the
avatar
ceiling.
of procrastination. Yeah. All right, let's get our
He's
first
a good
one.
boy, in a word.
Indeed. Here's our first one. We got 12. I prepared 12 this time. A little bit more, but whatever. First one
Like
from
Final Fantasy 12.
Oh my god, my favorite game.
Not a bad. Here we go. AFY, aka Affy.
A&Y Pony?
I wish. We were only dealing with a little
Ladders
AFY.
is just A&Y Pony, but again.
I want to talk about. Wait, before we go on, I want to talk. Remember the Me Too video?
Yeah, of course.
By who? By who?
Okay.
I was talking about just the other day. I was talking about that last night.
Wait, don't say it. Don't say who it is, because last time we didn't say who.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, but okay. I went back and listened to it again because something about it creeped me out. Right? I found the video creepy.
I think I know exactly what you're going to say, Ben, and
Yeah. Okay.
It is Halloween. I'm spooked.
The thing. Okay. So, ostensibly, the video is about how she was quote unquote abused or harassed by this guy. She tells the story, and that's not what happened. Like, that is just not the story that she tells.
I'm so
even though
ready
she
for
claims
you.
that it is.
Yeah.
But there's more, right? Because like the setup to the story, like what she says happened is that she got on a call with the villain, the supposed villain of the story, and she quote showed off for him, right?
Oh no!
But you go back and you listen to the context that sets up this, and what she says is that she was in a call with A&Y Pony, and
It was his birthday. It was his birthday.
It was a birthday call for Ann Y. Pony, and she says this with like a little giggle. She's like, "Tee, yeah, you know how it is, guys." She says we were all on a call, and me and the other girls were giggle showing off.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Okay,
what kind of a fucking birthday
all of
is
these
this?
bronies get together and have their girlfriends show their tits to
Yeah,
Ann
all right,
Y.
They
Pony.
might have done it
To the
independently.
birthday
They
boy.
might all just be sluts. That's definitely possible.
I don't.
Like,
I think it's okay. I think
this
it's
is
incredibly
but-
likely for bronies just to think that that's okay to do.
Is that?
Yep.
I mean, yeah. I listened to this. And it was like I was gobsmacked, right?
Yeah,
Like I went
yeah.
on a
Yeah,
long walk, and like a sad song played, and like I looked out a window into the rainy night, and I just thought about my life, and I was like, who's crazy? Someone's crazy here, and I think maybe it's me. Maybe I'm some kind of weird puritanical weirdo to like hear this story and be creeped out by it. Like maybe I need to check my privilege and fucking realize that I live in 2018 and everybody's trans and poly now, and and God is dead and there is no objective morality and nothing is true and nothing is good.
No. I was jealous. I wanted to be A&Y's birthday on my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Damn it. This is why I hate having left the fandom, you guys. I could get
Yeah.
all that brony slut
We gotta go
tits.
back. We have to go back.
Dude, there's
We
so
have to.
many-
You know what they're
there's-
doing over there?
Finally,
There's
a good reason
there's
to go
so
back.
many girlfriends in that community, and as you know, dating a brony, like the contract of dating one of these bronies, is that all on your boyfriend's friend's birthday, you gotta fucking show up. You gotta fucking show up and show out like the piece of meat that you are. That's
Dude,
just
it's-
you signed the
it's
contract.
pure communism. It's pure. Everyone gets a piece of everyone.
Yeah.
you,
Guys,
you introduce yourself into a big communal marriage of everyone with everyone, and you're
I
just
mean,
part of the slurry.
effectively, like if you're dating one brony, you're basically
You're
dating them all.
yeah.
Which basically means that the Me Too girl did was fine because that was just part of the contract.
Makes sense to me.
They're all public use.
I self-identify as a liberal, and I would say that I'm probably liberal on a lot of social things. But what I can't ever get my head around or like appreciate is polyamory and open relationships. Like I can't do it. It's the one thing where I just am a fuddy-duddy about it.
You know, some people, I'm sure it, like, I don't want to be overly judgmental. Like, I'm sure there's some people who tell themselves that it works when really they'd rather they don't. But I'm sure there's probably another subset of people that, like, actually are fine.
I'm sure that
probably-
it's real. It just feels like with my own personal baggage,
It feels strange.
and
Here-
experience
here-
not in an open relationship, obviously, but you know,
Here-
having
here's
seen
maybe-
one, it
here's-
feels like what you've described, Nate, is a real thing that is worth looking into. The idea of being in an open relationship when you don't want to be in one, I think that's fucking terrifying.
Whoa! When you don't want to be in one, then that's just cheating.
I'm sure some people will
that's a
they like
different thing.
rationalize to themselves that like I'm totally okay with this, honey, that you go and fuck Bubba down the road.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
sure.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't know. This might be a hot take. We'll see.
Okay.
Tell me if this is too hot to handle. I think there's
shit.
yeah. I think being poly or whatever is an umbrella term, but within that term, there's probably like as many ways to be poly as there are people that do. Kind of like being trans or being like
There's
gender,
no one
like
way to
a
do
gender.
it. And everyone's relationship
here,
has
there's
different
trans
rules.
people, but every individual trans person, like they're not all doing it the same way, right? Like
Yeah,
they don't
there's debate
see
about
they don't all
that.
see it the same way or do it the same way, and it doesn't mean the same thing to everyone. So
At the very least, there's the trans movement that like believes in like I was born female in a male body, like I'm switching now. I'm just do. And then there's people who are more like fluid. So you know,
sure. Like the point is just that I think there's like probably a rainbow. There's probably a rainbow of different situations and attitudes that would all fall broadly under the head of being in a quote poly relationship. You know, there's probably people in there. There's probably people in there who just are like who don't feel. You know, I mean, there's probably people in there for whom it is like a passion that they are like, this is what I want to do. I want to fuck, and my partner wants to fuck, and we like to fuck.
Yeah.
But there's probably other people who are like maybe in an unhappy marriage, and they don't feel they can leave it for whatever reason, and so the compromise they have reached is like, well, let's just say we're poly now, and then it's like whatever. You know,
I mean, I guess that's fair.
You know, and probably there's many others that
I wouldn't like, for
could
example,
think
though,
of.
I wouldn't describe like, let's say you got like in House of Cards, you had like power politician couple, and like they don't get divorced for one of the reasons is they actually do love each other, but they don't get divorced because like it'd be bad politically. So like even if those people like let's say they fuck other people, I wouldn't call that really polyamory. Though, you know, I guess it kind of literally is. Because, if they didn't love each other
marriage is
anymore,
just kind of a show, right?
Yeah, well, kind of, yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I
haven't seen House of Cards.
Something that I don't like to talk about for obvious reasons, but I feel kind of is an important distinction. Nate, I feel very kinship with you. I was also a MGTOW incel.
Yeah, you never want to admit that you feel similar to me. That's a big mistake.
No. That way lies madness, my friend.
But yeah, I was also I had a lot of a tortured history with women with this and stuff like that.
Sure.
And and this is the one thing from that era that I've never been into shake is that's really weird, and I don't. And it makes me feel weird just thinking about it.
Wait, what?
Polyamory.
What's the one thing?
Probably.
Polyamory. No,
well, that's not. You're not weird for not being down with polyamory. I think that's the vanilla position.
I know. Okay. I know it's the vanilla position, but I am like a cuck, so like it would make sense that I think polyamory is good. But like that's the one thing that I'm not cuck
You're saying
about.
it doesn't match your progressive values.
Wait, what does that mean?
I mean that I'm like an SJW libtard, and it's weird that I'm not down with polyamory.
I think you would never stop anyone else from doing it, though.
It's not that you're not down with it. It's that you don't want it for yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I would never stop anyone, but it just makes me feel uncomfortable when people talk about it.
Like, if a friend of mine mentioned, this is probably where we agree. If a friend of mine came to me and is like, hey, man,
that's how I feel whenever there's a black person near me.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Right, there you go. It's like a friend of yours comes over and is like, hey, dude, hey, just want to talk. Listen, so my girlfriend's been saying that, like, she doesn't want to break up with me, but, like, she's polyamorous, and I'm, like, wondering if, like, I should do it. Like, maybe I'm polyamorous, too, dude. Like, what do you... I would tell him to break up right then.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
To all the poly fans, sorry, I guess.
Look, it's totally fine if you want to do it. I am suspicious that you're fooling yourself if you come to me and you tell me that you love it. But if you've got a track record of like 10 years
of that.
I think there
not
probably
everyone.
is a lot
Maybe
of that.
not everyone, but I think that there is a lot of that. Is my impression.
Probably. People really want to be down, They want to be down.
Do you think the majority of polyamorous relationships are of Caucasians? Polly want a cracker?
Oh my god, I hate you so much. You fucking got me.
That's like the most stretch for a pun ever. You're stretching Caucasian to be the cock of a parrot and Polly to be a parrot.
Want a cracker. I got it.
That's the most stretch of all.
There was layers.
You know what? Hey,
I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate skeleton. I have a parrot.
Oh, never mind. It's not
here the whole time.
Sorry,
this is not even a point. This is not even a point. This is just a fact or a feeling or something. I don't know. Just I'm gonna throw it out there and see if anyone cares. There's a thing that I have like read about or seen talked about. The idea that like there's like real poly people, right?
Okay.
And they're like lifestylers or whatever. And then there's like this other thing, this like light version, this like dipping your toe into it and like thinking like tee-hee, I'm progressive or I'm different, like I'm poly now.
Sure.
And like the real poly people hate it, and it's the girl, right? Like a couple, like a guy and a girl couple, like getting the quote unquote unicorn to be their third or whatever. And this is like okay, specifically I'm thinking there's a what's that fucking comic with the cuck comic? Ojoy sex toy. There's there's a guest Ojoy sex toy that is about like here's my experience with polyamory. I fucking was best friends with these two people who dated each other, and then I dated them both too, and we had sex with each other and woo.
Sure.
And it's like, and now I'm poly and everything's great and I love my life. And people and the response to this was like, you are just a unicorn. This is like some fake trans shit. You've been like coerced into a threesome by like these two people. This is bullshit. This is the bullshit version of our lifestyle. This is just some garbage.
That's
what's
so
the
weird
real version,
gatekeeping.
then?
That's like bizarre,
it is.
and I don't understand the distinction.
I think what it is that I think in this situation, I think this is a pretty common like a relatively common way to be, you know, poly or whatever. This is a relatively common way to do it, but it's like I think that the power balance is off. I think the power balance is that there is two, like this person is writing like I've found my two soulmates, you know, I'm in love with my two best friends, haha, and they're in love with each other, but really there's the couple and the other one, and she's like, whether even if she likes to tell herself other, I think that generally the way that the reason this is looked at as negative and this is not seen as great is that the way this usually plays out is that there is the couple and the other, and this person might see herself as a part of this, but really she's the other one. Okay, and she's less.
That's kind of a compassionate thing. Like they kind of want this person to not like trick themselves.
Don't get her heart broken or whatever. Yeah. Like this is kind of maybe subtly manipulative or emotionally abusive or deceptive or something. Like you know, I don't know. People don't like that. The hardcore lifers, they read a story like this and they roll their eyes and they go, "Oh, another fucking unicorn. Who gives a shit?"
That's how I feel about people who say they're gay. Wait, no, not me. I'm just kidding. Sorry, we gotta move on. Quick, gotta get that voicemail.
He sucked the guy's dick. Oh yeah, real gay. What a poser. This
you
guy
call
doesn't know
that
about
gay?
real gay.
Come on, let me show you, kid.
This guy doesn't know about the hard gay, you know.
People just suck. Dudes just suck each
other.
other's dicks, and that's like gay life.
Without
that's
being
that's
gay.
Lowercase g gay. Unless you get fucked in the ass, you're not gay. You're just moonlighting.
Your buddy let him fuck your ass a couple of times. Oh, big deal. Like, I got some stories for you.
Settle your fucking down.
Your buddy. Wait. Your buddy let him fuck your ass.
My buddy.
Like he let you.
Let you fuck your own
discombobulated. Yeah.
Real gay dude. Yeah,
he allowed you to fuck you.
Well, that's how compassionate.
Haha, guys, I'm sure glad I'm not gay. Haha.
All right,
I'm glad you're not gay too.
Fellow.
I say, like brandishing my brass knuckles and my.
All right, here we go.
Shall we go on to the questions now?
Yeah, it's time. By the way,
Mage, what do you think about polyamory?
Yeah, hopefully the question's about that.
Mage, what do you think?
Oh yeah, okay.
Weigh in.
It exists. I don't care to think about it much.
Yay!
Go ahead.
Makes
we
sense
did it. We did it. We got it.
Hey,
we got the Mage
voicemail.
hot take. Now I'm happy.
Okay, well, good. First voicemail is from Afikun AFY. This guy is a guy I know, and he actually had his channel deleted with like 75,000 subs recently.
Oh God.
Well, he made these meme videos about there was like an elf. There was like an elf character who like is stated to be 14 years old. What?
His name was AFY.
Oh yeah, AFY
boy.
or Afikun. It's Anime for You, I think is his channel, something like that. So he got his channel like instantly removed, 0 strikes, just gone. After releasing this video about an elf character, and the point of the video is that the character is stated to be 14, but then he humorously looks up how like elf years to human years, and she's actually like 140 or something, and then he has a bunch of crabs dance, and it's funny. That is the joke. Also, she has huge tits, and they're portrayed prominently in the anime. So whatever.
Okay.
He eventually got his channel back. Just congrats, Affy. Glad to hear it. Good job. And let's hear what he has for us today. He's a great editor, by the way. This guy's real good at shit. So let's see if he's got a good question for us. Go.
No, stop.
1 2 1 2.
Okay.
I thought it was a Captain Christian video for a second.
Okay, did I get your attention? Right
Yes.
now, I need you the PCP. So listen very carefully. This will all be done in one take, and if any fuck-ups will happen to occur, I will get royalty.
This sounds like the Hey
fuck.
Kids AI.
So, I need you guys to say Super Smash Bros. Ultimate PCP in a Mimi Japanese accent. Alright?
No.
In
No.
3,
Wrong.
Okay.
2,
Here we go.
Oh
1.
God.
Super Smash
Super
Brothers
Smash
Ultimate!
PCP Ultimate.
Superb
And again,
I forgot what I had to say.
it's an undercover meme mission. So don't snitch me to fucking EU.
Oh fuck.
This message will self-destruct in 10 seconds.
Oh no.
The fucking the EU meme ban is here for him.
Is it still going? Are we in 10 seconds? Is
I
there
want to
going to
see
be
it
a...
explode.
What's happening in a few seconds? Is it still? Oh,
Yep, there we go. Okay, yep. Just had to wait for it.
there it is.
And we're all dead. Good night, everybody.
There it is.
Good night, every pony.
Well, I hope that works for you, Affy. Wish you best of luck.
I wonder about, like, he was using the Neon Genesis Evangelion opening theme.
Yeah.
Like, if we get content ID for that, we're gonna have to mute him, and then
We get our
efforts will be
channel
for
banned,
naught.
and it's a virus. It's an infection that spreads.
That is
Yeah,
definitely
you,
possible.
you might be muted. You might be muted, guy.
Yeah, we might have to mute you if that gets fucked up. We'll see what we can do. All right,
doubt
well,
it.
good. We gave him his thing. All right, next up, another regular, OneSpar. Let's see what OneSpar has for us today.
Hey, the boy.
Go.
He's not Wolf.
Hey,
Spar
PCP,
anymore.
it's me.
No, he's
Ain't
not.
got no gimmick this time. Just a basic hypothetical question for you.
Okay.
Which
Bang.
contemporary video game do you think could benefit most from a PCP-themed mod pack? Like, one good one that I can think of would be a Grand Theft Auto 5 story mod where you replace the three main characters with Munchie, Digi, and Nate, and then, you can have, like, some podcast voice clips thrown in there for them for comedic effect. I think that would be great. What would be some other good ones? You guys do the work
Undertale.
for me.
Undertale.
Oh, disgust.
We talked about the Radcon
imagine
one with
Undertale
Doom.
bonus bosses, like bonus, like we're like someone makes us all as bosses.
I was thinking about this
Sure.
extensively earlier. I don't know why, Ben, and this is real, this is true. I was imagining you as an Undertale boss, but it wouldn't be like you were drawn. It would be like it's an FMV video of you, just like maximum black in Photoshop, and it would just be a voice clip of you like pointing the camera and saying "stop that" over and over again when you got hit. And for some reason, I thought about this like for like 30 minutes. I was just thinking about like, yeah, like how can I program this?
Okay.
Or like a little FMV, like threshold,
Yeah.
like black and white only.
Yeah, and there would be, and
say,
since
go
you
and
couldn't
stop
get a
that.
perfect like wall in the background, there would be a little bit of pixels that wouldn't be able to render right, and so it would be like there's like an aura of white around him. Yeah.
We should build that in Minecraft
Yeah.
as well.
Minecraft.
It's not a very new game at this point, but what about Binding of Isaac? What if there was a patch for Binding of Isaac where like
Yeah.
with each of us and we each
We
had
did
our
talk
own...
about that.
Yeah. PCP
That'd be easy to
Binding
do.
of
We
Isaac.
gotta get
They did one
Florian
for
back on the
Homestead.
I
phone.
want
They did one
I
for
want a
Homestead.
mod of Smash. Nate would be Captain Falcon. I would be Ganondorf.
Sure.
Ben
That'd be
would
good.
be like some like projectile character. I don't know who though. Like Link.
Greninja? I don't know. Pit?
Ooh, I hope so. I hope I'd be Greninja.
I don't know.
Hippo would be like Villager.
Yeah,
Hippo would be Rosalina, and the Luma would be Hippo.
Ah,
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
I'd be floating around for some reason.
Let me see. Who else do we got? I can't think of any other characters.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
about
about
it,
it for the
everybody.
roster. Mewtwo. Munchie would be Mewtwo.
I'd play Mewtwo. I love Mewtwo.
He would just be blasting psychic energy.
I would just be constantly transferring myself over and over
could-
again.
I could be Bayonetta. Am I on the right game?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
forgot
Smash.
Bayonetta's
You
in
can
there
Smash.
now.
Okay, she has glasses. I have glasses.
And that's
All
there
right.
you go.
Oh yeah, is there any others with glasses? I don't think there is.
Can't think of any.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Only one representation for glasses.
That's very discriminatory.
How embarrassing.
There might be more. I can't
All right,
remember.
more.
I would just
more.
wait. I would just be Pokemon trainer, and I would just be. Oh wait. Do they? Is that even a thing anymore?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
it
coming
is.
back.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it is.
I would
Yeah, they
just
brought it
be
back.
Pokemon trainer, and you could just change my sprite in the background, and everything else would be exactly the same. There'd be
Yeah,
no
okay,
difference.
that's easy.
It said all the Pokemon have like lace chokers and like emo goth stuff on. And,
Yeah,
and they've all got like Christ tattoos.
They're all malnourished and they're covered in
I-
bruises.
I would fucking love a TF2
Oh my God,
character
yeah.
model of PCP of us, and then a special one of Munchie going like Christ consciousness activated, like a Saxon.
Oh my
Hale
god,
boss.
yes! Oh my god, make me a Saxon Hale boss. That would be the best thing to
the
ever
get on the
happen
ground,
to
you
me.
fucking nigger
Yeah.
is the thing you say over and
What
over
the fuck
again.
is
Yeah.
Saxton Hale?
Saxon Hale's a game mode where it's like one person is super overpowered and you have to, and the entire team has to take him down. And it's really hard because he can hit you in one shot. and
Activated
die.
Christ
Pe-
consciousness.
people have like made mods for like Pinkie Pie being that
Yeah,
character
yeah,
running around
makes
punching
sense.
people.
Oh, dude, people have made so many fucking models for like the Pyro to have huge tits and for all the ponies to be different classes. Dude, okay. Here's
God
what seals
damn.
the fate of this. 9 classes, 9 PCP members. Do the math.
Ooh,
I
who's who?
think isn't our ninth Wait, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Question.
I'm Sniper. I'm Sniper.
How many dragons are there in Skyrim? Have you seen the the Macho Man mod for the dragons in Skyrim?
No.
I want to be Pyro.
It just turns all the dragons into Macho Man Randy Savage, but like
I was about to say Skyrim dragon.
Just make each of us be a different dragon.
The dragons being Thomas the Tank Engine, and then they just fly around.
But I don't know if there are. I don't know how many dragons are in Skyrim. I'm assuming more than 9.
Probably.
Yeah.
The very first dragon mod of Skyrim I saw was a giant Fluttershy.
Excellent.
Fushro, yeah.
All right, this question's getting burned into the
the-
ground. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, next
I like
question.
it.
This is from Enraged but Chillin' Chocolate. Our old boy Chillin' Chocolate.
Yeah.
Hey Munchie, hey Hippo. I really love your content. I really love Chibi Bakas. Is what I would be saying if you hadn't
ready
just
for
committed a
Escryed?
grave crime against all of the anime fandom. You see, here, I'm getting
you
my
don't wanna do
papers
that.
out. I'm here to litigate you. When Digibrony MLP himself challenged you to the most important thing, Anime Rap Cypher 2018,
Oh,
you were supposed to
shit.
follow up on
Yeah.
that. You're supposed to give us a sick raps, but you didn't.
Shit.
Okay,
He's right.
and so it's time. It's time for you to face your proper punishment. All right. So, Munchie,
Well, can we just
here's
do
what's
it
gonna
now?
happen.
That's a good idea.
If you don't, if within a week of this PCP episode coming out,
He's making it up on the
there is
spot.
no rap, I will be forced. I will absolutely have to make an
Oh,
account
it's
called
a
at
leader
the
in the
real
background.
Munchie, enlist as a killer, and vaguely insult rowdies.
Oh.
Hypocrite, I can't do anything to you since
Uh-oh,
you're completely
dude.
unrelated to RFCK. But when Munchie's credibility is destroyed like this, you're gonna be missing out on those sweet, sweet Chibibaka ad dollars. You know, you're raking in millions right now. It will be down to
Yeah.
mere cents. Do it. You have 1 week.
Hippo, give me a beat.
Integrity is everything.
Oh, well, right
Yeah.
now?
Right now.
Okay.
I'll lay down a beat.
Oh, Ben, you do it.
No, you're not part of Chibi
No,
Box,
it
you
has to
fucking
be
idiot
Give it
Hippo.
Munchie.
Okay.
So I don't have to rap?
Yeah,
Cool.
correct.
Yo, I watch anime. Sure, it may be gay, but I'll do it every day. Hey, listen, I need my antidepressants. I need my Wellbutrin. Sure, I might be depressed, but if you mess with me, I'll be shooting, and I'll knock you down. Call me Isaac Newton because of gravity and the force that I will use to push you down to the fucking ground and kill you.
Yeah. Anime raps.
Yeah.
There you go. You did it.
Now we can use
I
the
can't
N-word.
beatbox.
It did the trick. Just increase the gain massively and lower the volume.
And make it really fast.
Okay.
Just speed it up chipmunk
Yeah.
style.
There it is. I'll
It'll last
sort
like 3 seconds.
It was long enough. All right, here we go. Next one's from Help. Help is sending in a message. All right,
Where's
go.
your brother Kelp?
I have this friend. She's basically the definition of a PCP fan. She's bi. She watches anime. She draws and knows
Nice.
about internet shit. But
Introduce me.
the only thing that's not right is that she doesn't watch PCP. How do I convince her to watch the PCP?
This is a good question. 'Cause this
Well,
applies to
okay.
everyone.
Find some
Does she
PCP
not
find
like
some
the PCP or
PCP
she does
site-
not know about it?
He says that she doesn't
Tell
watch.
her we also like anime.
Okay.
And
this is a
there are
great-
people who draw in the PCP. Relate.
Yeah.
This
Watch
is
the
actually a pretty
Drawcast.
good question because there might be people out there who love us and love our stuff and want to introduce us to other people but don't know how. I
Yeah.
feel like this might be fairly common,
I agree.
like a fairly common problem. Okay, just throwing this out there. Let me know what you think. I mean, I think you should. The way to introduce the PCP would probably be through one of the other things one of us have done,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
show them, like I don't know, show them like fucking best anime ever, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, if that's their jam,
If
or
that's their jam,
show,
yeah.
or show them the Ben Saint Nuzlocke Conquest, if that's what they're into, or
Yep.
or Pump or something, or just
Or like the Ghibli curse. That's quite
Yeah, or the Ghibli
or whatever,
cast.
you know, or maybe some of the RadCon stuff, any of the lectures. The point is they need an entry point.
Oh yeah, the lectures.
They need an entry point. The PCP is not an entry point. The PCP is the end point. The PCP is the end of all things. Once you only arrive here once you've circled the drain and finally been pulled down.
He's right. So you have to start the process. You have to get that penny wobbling as it spins on that, tourist thing where you put a penny in and it goes around the circle many, many times. You got to get that penny put in there before it goes down there. So find some video. Don't think about like, I need them listening to the PCP right now. You got to hook them. So start with a video of any of the PCP related stuff that they'd be into that you think.
Hook them with something by one of us that is their thing and you think they would like what did you like from us that got you into it? Maybe show them that. I don't know.
Good idea. That's a good question. That's actually useful. Good, excellent. Okay,
and everyone should do that. Everyone should be thinking all the time about how to get all their friends into the PCP and us, mostly me.
All right, here we go. Next one. This is from Furniture is a Scam by Tarbuck Transom is the full name. Okay. Go.
Furniture is a scam, and I don't mean that in the Ben Saint way, where your home decor should be Chinese takeout cartons you've scavenged from other people's trash. Think back to the sturdiest, comfiest couch you've ever had. On the inside, that was made of the cheapest garbage wood they can find, and then badly stapled together, and I mean that as literally as possible. That shelving unit against your wall right now, it's made of particle board, which if you didn't know, is literally just sawdust and glue.
I literally have a particle board shelf.
I hear you say. Well, look at the underside. It's particle board with a wood-textured sticker on it. It's all fake and flimsy and way too expensive. A few episodes back, you were talking about wanting to make stuff with your hands. Well, I'm a real crafty boy, and I made 2 6-foot-tall bookcases for my games, a set of shelves for all my consoles, and a little end table, and it was all for $15.
I'm a rat.
$35 if you include the cost of the tools, which are reusable. And all of it was solid wood and sturdy as fuck and would last for a century minimum because it's fucking immortal.
It's probably true.
If you... Any of you procrastinators out there, and only the procrastinators, fuck the rest of you, want to learn to be crafty like me, hit me up on Twitter. I'm fast-talking megastar and indestructible super god Tarbuck Transom. Spelling is in the title.
I like him too. I like this guy.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Was that an ad? Were we just used as a vessel for advertising?
No. I don't think it was an ad.
It was just for us.
He did distinctly say he doesn't want to hear from anyone except us.
Okay. Acceptable.
It could be deceptive, but I don't know. I trust this man with my life. He wants me to have sturdy furniture.
I literally have a piece of shit particle board shelf right over here. My shit is on it. It does not have a wood panel sticker on it. It is painted white. Interesting thing about it, I'm looking at it, and there appears to be a whiteout or some kind of like cover-up paint painted over. But if I look at it at the right angle in the right light, I can kind of see what this whiteout is covering, and it seems to say, it says, "I love
Kim Possible alert.
Blade or Blaine. I love Blake so much with a heart."
I'm glad that was painted over. That's quite a
It was
statement.
painted over with something, but the remnants are still there.
Fascinating.
It's a metaphor for life.
Well, that's cool. I hope those two have a happy future together.
Doubt it. Otherwise, it would have been
Press
painted
1
over.
to wish them a happy wedding.
Don't do it. They're fucked.
I respect.
Don't waste your ones, people.
Okay, guys. The first PCP fan to get married is the first PCP fan to get married. Get on it. Do it. Do it now.
Yeah, that's true. That's quite a distinction. Did I mention on my live stream? I think it was Reverse Spectrum. I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's
Jude.
What it was. He on my stream, he was telling us like, "Hey guys, I'm about to go propose to my fucking girlfriend. Here I go." And then he did.
Shit.
And he was like, "She said yes." And so
wait, on stream that happened?
Yeah, this was on my Pokemon stream.
Congratulations.
Fucking awesome.
Dope. That's pretty sick.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
congrats.
it was pretty
Congrats,
dope.
Jude.
Also, he's my Noctowl, which is pretty cool.
All right, guys, can we fucking wrap this up because I gotta go.
All right, we got like 6 more. Let's burn through them. All right, here we go. Here's Mishan response. Let's get to it. Boom.
You know what annoys me? People who talk about ketosis, but they also don't work out and they don't actually take care of nutrients in their body.
Yeah.
These people are just using the whole ketosis meme as just an excuse for not buying food because they're poor. Also, this goes out to Mr. Bones. I think you got the wrong podcast. The best debate in the universe is 2 blocks down.
I forget what that end part is about.
The best debate in the universe. Oh,
Mr. Bones said something to him last time, I think. Oh, I think he's a bitch or something? I don't remember.
I don't remember Mr. Bones' message. I'm sure it was wonderful. But the time has passed.
Is ketosis spreading amongst the people, you know? Is
God,
it like...
I fucking hope not.
Ketosis is kind of a meme. It is kind of a meme.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great.
I should work out more. But that's a separate issue. That's a separate failing of mine.
I like his idea that people just say they're in ketosis when really they're just too lazy to buy food. That's their real problem.
Keto food is more expensive. Because I'm on keto, I spend more on food because I buy like Brazil nuts and like meat.
And poison yourself with Brazil nut
I can't get
poison.
by on ramen, whatever.
Yeah, well, fair enough. All right, next one. Here we go. Tazzle Spa. Go.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the gayest one of all?
I'm terribly sorry, my lord, but you are not on top. There is still one guy who's holding that spot. The true king, a mighty foe. No one's as gay as Digibro.
That's incredible.
I don't know.
Amazing.
I don't know if Digi's the gayest.
I mean, he says I'm gay more, so that is what makes it.
He claims it more.
No, I don't agree. I think this magic mirror's aim is off. I would say that. I would say it's Tom.
I mean, he is gay.
He is actually more gay.
He is currently Digi adjacent, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
This is from someone called Tom Worst Guy Ever Oliver, or maybe directed at him. I don't know. We'll see what this is about.
I'm pretty sure Tom Oliver being the first result on Google Images when you search for Worst Guy Ever is Tom grasping at straws and some kind of astroturfing campaign to get as much attention as he humanly can without looking like a fucking idiot.
What the fuck was that?
It's like auto-tuned robot.
Why did he auto-tune
He
this
auto-tuned
random...
it to the point where we couldn't understand him.
Yeah. Well, he was just saying that like Tom's like he is like editing Google search results so that he is the top result on Worst Guy Ever as some sort of campaign for attention or something. Why would anyone do that?
He must not believe that it's genuine.
I guess that's what he's saying. This
is a conspiracy theorist.
Worst guy ever. It's so funny that comes up, Tom.
That is bizarre. Okay, let's get to
small
our next
world.
one.
Small world.
Okay, here's one from Sans. Apparently.
Is this my old son?
Let's find out.
He's here at last.
All right, gay darts, time to sing along.
Oh no, it's Sans. It's actually Sans.
Is that why, Nate, you've been humming? I got you, Nate. I figured out your secret, Nate.
Listen to it.
Mix us real low, please, Mr. Edit Boy. That was, I think it was
terrible.
I like that because he was just actually playing piano live on the thing, which was pretty dope.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Nate. Is this why you were having this?
Maybe that might be relevant to why I was humming it earlier. All right, one more from Trizeno10. Apparently, okay. I might have spelled that wrong. Whatever, it's close enough.
Huge fan, and I just wanted to point out that Ben Saint is the personification of the Doomer meme. He is the meme made flesh. Discuss.
I thought I said disgust for a second.
Disgust at Ben Saint, the Doomer.
Disgust as well.
Kind of.
What's a doomer? I wasn't on that episode. What specifically is a doomer?
A doomer is a type of millennial who is nihilistic, kind of given up on life, just like smokes cigarettes and doesn't place much value in his life or plan for his future, and is just kind of content to watch the world burn, basically, and just hates everything.
Well, I mean, can you be a happy doomer? I'm kind of like that, but like I'm fine with it. Like I'm not
doomer,
bummed out about any of it.
That's the thing. You don't actually fit the profile of a doomer in attitude because you don't like hate the world that much.
All of those behaviors, right? I do all of those behaviors,
right? So
but my attitude is not doom.
It's a doomlet.
Ben's kind of a doomlet. That's true.
I'm doomer light.
Yeah,
I'm doomer adjacent.
I mean, yeah, no one would say that you're a bloomer or anything like me, for various reasons, because you're not.
Wait, what's a bloomer again?
One who wants to secure a future for the white race.
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
That.
Yeah, I'm not that cool.
Like an optimistic, it's kind of that like positive negative thing about like nothing means anything. The bloomers, nothing means anything. Yeah.
I can decide my own destiny.
Yeah, exactly. It's just somebody.
I feel like I embody all the behaviors of a doomer, but my attitude is more like a bloomer.
Yeah,
I'm a pretty positive person, I think.
And I share a lot of the doomer conclusions about. It's true. I don't believe in like an objective morality
or anything.
But
labels are stupid.
Yeah,
it's almost as if people can't be like broadly slotted into wide categories like neatly. Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, all right.
Are we done?
No. Sorry. There's one more from the Lord of Ghosts. The Lord of Ghosts himself has a message. Let's hear what he's got for us. Sorry, I'm behind on the typing. There we go. Go.
Hippocrit, the Lord of Ghosts has claimed your soul.
Where am I? Hippo is where you? No, don't.
Is that it?
Could anyone understand that?
I
think
I
did.
I understood it.
Hippo, the Lord of Ghosts, has claimed your soul.
And then he larped
No?
as me, saying, "Hippo, where are you?"
Well, okay, hang on. I think what happened was you were saying before that you don't have a soul. You jumped the gun then, because I think what just happened is he separated the soul from your body during that call, the Lord of Ghosts, and that was your soul crying out, which is now separate from you. That's my. Yeah. How tedious. How very tedious.
It all comes together.
Hey, it's Halloween though.
I don't make videos anymore.
Except you just made one, which I enjoyed quite a bit.
Oh yeah, forget about it. It's all fine.
Except for that one. I'm glad we had the Lord of Ghosts on our Halloween episode, everybody. And with that, it's time to bring this bad boy straight to hell.
We gotta get exercise. The sun's coming up. We're all gonna get burnt to a crisp. We gotta hide.
Yeah. Patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators. Yeah, that's right. Twitter, people, at TP Crastinators. Follow us there for
I just want to say one more thing. Just one more quick thing.
Okay.
Hey, Ben, I challenge you to a duel. It's not a game, but rather a simple coin toss. Heads I win, tails you lose. Do you accept?
Oh my god. Oh god. It's too much. I can't. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
sorry. It's heads. Sorry, it's heads. You lose.
Oh no! How could this have happened?
Well,
I thought I had this one at last. I thought things were finally looking up.
By the time you're listening to this, in a few days, there will be a real hardcore Halloween bonus episode out. The day after Halloween. I don't know. Maybe we should release it on the day or something, just to give everyone a treat. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, no.
It's gonna be spooky as shit, my dude. So you're gonna want to get in on that. That's all I can say. But give us your money. $5. Patreon.com/the Procrastinators. There's like 18 bonus episodes. You owe us this, people. You owe it to us.
Soon to be 19.
Soon to be 19. That's right. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Happy Halloween. Have a great time.
And remember,
out there.
if you are here,
Kids.
if you're listening to the PCP, you have arrived at the end of history.
That's true.
You are on the right side of it. So take heart.
All right.
As opposed to the left side of it.
You wouldn't want that. No, I don't like those guys. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.